Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is us, Dragon's Greed Gaming. You're joining us for episode 13, right after Friday the 13th, of Alien: The Frontier War. Operation Blaze of Glory, Part 4. I'm your host, the Great Unclean One. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, check us out over on Facebook, where we share all of our latest news and good stuff like that. Swing over to Spreaker, where we host the podcast, and follow us on whatever podcast device, program, platform you like to use, especially iTunes and Apple Podcasts. Leave us those 5-star reviews, help us grow the channel, and subscribe over on YouTube for all of our latest video shenanigans, including last night, as at least time of recording, we did I did my very first stream of, we did Friday the 13th, the game, on Friday the 13th. It was kind of a ghetto setup with my PlayStation over here, but it worked. The quality's not great, as you would expect from PlayStation microphones, but it was a blast, and we did have a raid or two as well, which was cool. So thank you all for who watched that, and we've got more coming. We're going to do another Friday the 13th at the end of the year. In December, there was one last Friday the 13th to celebrate that amazing game before it goes the way of the dodo, and we're going to be adding more streams throughout the next few months here. Scaarr is currently doing streams every Monday night, 8:30 Central Time here in the U.S., doing a bunch of one-shots. What's next this time, Scaarr?
Weird Frontier, and it's every other Monday right now.
Oh, every other Monday. My mistake. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, Weird Frontiers, a DCC-esque game.
Gotcha. Cool. And then eventually they will pick a system and do a one-system campaign, but they're going to do a few one-shots and see what they like and play a couple different systems and see what everybody's feeling. So, and then if you really like the show, which you should, be more like our patrons and join us there and put cash money dollars in our Dragon's Hoard for various things we are planning in the future. And you can get access to the shows a week early and artwork from Kyle and other unnamed assorted artists, and even a monthly campaign that we do called Drowned Dragon. It's a Warhammer fantasy game we're playing through right now. So we're probably going to have some changes coming to the Patreon, hopefully by the end of the year. Got a couple ideas we've been working on, so we're going to try to give you guys a little more bang for your buck now that we got a couple more hands on deck, so to speak, around here. So stay tuned for that. And if you already are a patron, thank you very much. We appreciate it. You guys are a big part of why this keeps going and why it's going to continue. So thank you. Other than that, I am joined by the usual crew tonight: Sean, Scaarr, Adam, and Eric. Tell us about your characters. We'll start it off with Lance Corporal Tagar. Tell us about Eric. See what I did there?
Hey, good night, everybody. Yeah, it was a pretty good week, actually. Me and Amanda went to go see Green Day in concert on Wednesday night.
God damn.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Been 20 years since I last saw them. I wore my band shirt from 20 years ago.
That is a long time.
Yeah, 30-year anniversary of their album Dookie and 20-year anniversary of their album American Idiot.
Oh wow!
And they were awesome here. It was an awesome show.
Well,
they are revamping Warped Tour.
That's good. You know, speaking of music, I have a very specific taste in music, so I usually talk shit about most other people's tastes because they're not like mine. But Linkin Park is back, and my God, it's fucking wonderful. All right, and if you're a hater, get in line with the fucking Silent Hill 2 remake haters and all the other fucking assholes, because you're wrong. All right. Anyone who's like,
how you can shit on Green Day and then like Linkin Park, it's just blowing my mind right now.
I know, I'm sure.
And you don't like Ghost? God.
Oh God! Fucking cut my throat and throw me in a river. Jesus.
I'm with
Christ.
Chris on that one.
That music is so bad. It's so bad.
Chris shits on everything, so I guess it's just music.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually like music. He just listens to one Linkin Park song.
No,
constantly.
no, man, that is one band I can put on any album and listen to just about every single one of their songs. So
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: I would much rather live in a world where Linkin Park is still making music. All right, and if you haven't paid attention, they waited 7 years before they found a new vocalist. Right? Anybody who thinks they're doing it for money or to replace Chester, look, everybody on the planet knows no one's ever going to replace Chester Bennington, right? Even the new chick Amy. So they still want to make music. They don't want to change their name. They can fucking do what they want because it's their band. And if you think
New singer's Emily.
Oh, Emily, I'm sorry, I said Amy.
I was like, wait, Amy.
Amy, I think, was one of the options. Amy Lee from Evanescence.
There's rumors, but I saw an
She
interview
sang
with
with
her.
them, didn't she?
There was a interview with her, and she said they never officially said anything to me about it. So
I'm glad they didn't go with her.
If they were, but so I'm happy to see them back, and hopefully they'll be around here because I saw them once back in fucking it was when their second album came out, Meteora. So,
Meteora?
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
where did you see them for Meteora?
So my mom's best friend got me 2 tickets for high school graduation, and me and Tyler went. It was called the Summer Sanitarium Tour, and they were on tour with Metallica, my other favorite band, Deftones, Mudvayne, and Limp Bizkit, who got booed off the stage. That was fucking great. I only had to listen to 2 of their shit songs. So that was, they were only on their second album at that point, so they were still pretty new. And the fucking speakers weren't working for like half their set. Like one half of the speakers, which was really shitty. But at least I got to see them in concert at least once, so that was cool. Yeah, it was somewhere around here, just in the middle of a big open field,
Oh, okay. Because I saw them. Was it outside? An outdoor
Oh,
set?
yeah.
I wonder if that was one of the ones I was at.
It was
I saw them.
all-day
I saw.
thing.
Yeah, because I saw them at Meteora for Meteora too. I wonder if we were at the same show.
Damn.
I saw them there, and then I saw them at down in Chicago one time for Hybrid Theory.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Yes, yes, it was.
Fucking...
But tonight, I guess I'm playing Last Corporal Tagar. Looks like we're in a medic still.
Were you here last week, or were you out?
I was.
What did somebody?
I'm just trying to reorient myself now.
Okay, that's okay. Had a lot of
No
roster,
one missed last week.
lost a lot of roster changes recently. That's okay. All right, yeah, you are in here in the med bay. Okay.
Medbay, yep. Trying to fix up Weaver, didn't go well.
No,
but we'll see what happens next.
Damn UPP machines.
Right.
Can't trust anything.
Sean, tell us about Broderick Johnson.
Broderick Johnson is a AFB Marine, and he's getting chummy with the enemy. Being friendly with the UPP, so no one has to die, especially him. So yeah, that's what he's doing, and I'm Sean. Did we hit record?
I did.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Nice.
I'd rather lose 11 minutes of my time than 2.5 hours of my time. So
right, yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's it. I did hear the new Linkin Park song. It's pretty good. Enjoyed it. Yeah.
Did you watch their live stream of their little? They did a live stream of like their first concert back, and now they're doing like a 6-show world tour, and I've seen obviously somebody recorded it and put it on Facebook or YouTube, and it's cool, man. It's cool hearing her sing their songs and the spin she puts on them. So, and I think the new song was cool. So I'm excited for the new album.
Yeah,
Good stuff. Scaarr, tell us about O'Connell and all the inner turmoil he's been dealing with.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. O'Connell's great. He's doing just fine upstairs, but he's like outside the ship right now because he was scared some shit would go down. So yeah, he's probably getting a little too much time to his own thoughts, and he might have been a little aggressive over the comms about how to best kill these UPP soldiers. But yeah, and yeah, I'm Scaarr. I don't listen to any of that shitty music that has been mentioned tonight.
Wow. You don't listen to Metallica?
And
That's a fucking lie.
oh god, if I had food in my stomach, I would have thrown up in my mouth.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I love all music.
The truth is out.
No, yeah, I listen to my needle goes very wide from like the worst thing you'd ever hear in your entire life to like.
Oh yeah, because you listen to country, don't
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
I listen to everything.
Everything.
Hands down, everything.
Okay, stop
I
talking
do
about
not
music,
listen.
please.
I don't listen to pop. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, I would go. I could go on all night. Anyway, so yeah, no, I've been spending my week cramming Weird Frontiers into my small brain, and just sitting on my porch drinking a beer, watching my robotic Chucky talk to me. It's been nice.
It's good shit. You should share a picture of that in the Discord. I think people will get a kick out of that.
Oh yeah, I can put that one up.
At
I sent you.
at least I would. So again, so to speak. Adam, what's going on in California these days? How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I'm just happy that our heat wave is finally gone from like 2 weeks of 100 degree to 110 degree weather to now back in the 70s. So
That's a
feels
huge
good.
shift.
And not- literally 20 degrees within a day. Like it's a
That's
pain to
crazy.
be.
What is it, like a
So-
40 degree shift and it's still warm? Like
It's
that's,
ridiculous.
That's weird.
Honestly, yeah, it's nice to not wake up with swamp ass every like 2 seconds. But yeah, I'll be playing our sergeant and hoping to not adapt a drug addiction during this campaign so far.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Precariously close on this mission. Cool. All right. Well, I am the Great Unclean One, your host and your GM for tonight. I had a rough week at work studying for this fucking insurance exam, which I did pass, so I can now get my insurance license for work, because we have to do that, so that sucked. So I didn't get a whole lot of time to myself to do anything else, but I did pick up Space Marine 2 yesterday. I finally got to play it today with Ernie and Travis, and we only played like 2 or 3 of the missions, but it was fucking awesome. Game looks great. Really stoked to play through that a little bit more. Still doing DBD with Scaarr. New season reset for the month, so time to get to rank 1 with the killers. Even out the joy there. And my paint racks for the Duncan Rhodes Kickstarter paints showed up. I put one of them together. Actually, I'll show you guys. It's actually pretty nice. But it's MDF, which I've never worked with before. So I need to take this apart and glue it because it's kind of wobbly. As you guys can see, it's kind of hard to show, but there's multiple levels there. And each one of these little things holds a paint. Yep. And each of these little pieces came out. These little like fucking walls. And the cool thing is on the front, it's hard to read, but this black row right here, it has the name of each paint. So you know where to put them, and they all stay like in their line, so to speak.
Did you buy a paint set? Is that where it came with?
So I have backed all 3 of his waves of paint, and the 3rd one is currently fulfilling. And they did paint racks every time, and this time I decided, you know what, I have so much, and I actually want to have my paint out rather than just in a box. So yeah. I got the 3 paint racks, and the racks showed up, the wave of paints I think it's supposed to be this month or next month, so then I'll have all that. So I'll be working with some MDF for the first time. That's cool. Picked up the Chaos Arcane Journal today for Old World, so pretty excited about that. And, yeah, that's about it. So, and next week, as of this time of the recording, Saturday, we are recording our one-shot with the crew from Distant Grey Gaming for Alien. So we're going to see, that's the all-Australian gang. So I'm going to be up at 5 a.m. to run these guys through a game, because I love you listeners that much, and that's the kind of dedication we put in around here. So we're going to be running a one-shot. We're going to see what some of the members of Second Section Squad are up to on another mission while you guys are doing your things in the main campaign. And we'll see if everybody makes it back or not. So the plot will thicken, as they say. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then we've got, that's going to be happening with 2 other groups from our Patreon as well. So we're going to have a couple one-shots with some of the other characters. So we might get to learn a little bit more about Capsule and Halifax and Sergeant Green and, you know, all the shenanigans they've been up to. Or we might see them die horribly. We shall see. But whatever happens, it'll become canon in our little campaign and universe here. So brace yourselves for that. Anyway... Oh, and Scaarr, are you familiar with Aliens Expanded? The documentary that they had going? So it's a crazy in-depth documentary that has been in the works for like a year or two. And it finally arrived. I got a new t-shirt today with fucking Ripley and Newt there when they're going to the Queen's Hive. And then it's like all these other pictures of all these other actors and people from the show and stuff. And it's like this super in-depth... documentary, and they got almost all the still living cast back to do interviews and stuff, including Sigourney Weaver and James Cameron. So I'll tell you how it is.
This is rad.
Yeah, I'll tell you how it is once I watch it. They're doing one for The Thing as well, so if you're into the movie The Thing, the original one, they're doing a version of that too. So I guess these guys have done all sorts of cool documentaries and stuff, so we shall see. Anywho, let's dive in here. So, last we left, you guys had finally reached the wreck of the UAS Glory. Unfortunately, you discovered it is not a UA ship. It is a UPP ship called the Glory of the Proletariat. Sorry, I'm looking right at it. I still can't pronounce it. Proletariat. And as you guys were deciding whether or not to enter or trying to find a way in, a UPP dropship soared overhead. You guys could tell it was landing nearby. You decided to try to set up an ambush, which might have gone well, except Broderick panicked at the last second, dropped another piece of gear, making a loud splash in the swamp water, and some of the UPP commandos that were coming over the ridge spotted you. You wisely, probably, put your hands up and ended up in a situation no one thought would happen, where you guys have not only played nice with the UPP, but you are now somewhat working together and exploring the ship together. The commander of this group, a Commandant Vuvu, had agreed to like a ceasefire, and you guys have now been kind of exploring the ship together. Now, she claims that just like the commander of the base back at the research center that you guys were on last mission, she also claims that the UA are the ones who have started this bioweapons arms race, and that she was here to secure cargo from the ship, which has since been confirmed is prisoners in UA cryopods that are aboard this ship. You guys decided, okay, we'll search together for now. You haven't quite come to an agreement as to how you're going to handle things, but for now you've been searching the ship. Ogata was attacked by a bunch of the giant silverfish called running flatfish. He aced a bunch of those. You guys then started exploring a big chunk of the ship, splitting into 2 groups. Vuvu, along with Broderick and Tagar, went into the cryo chamber, where you found still 3 of the cryopods operational. And this time you're able to discover that they were indeed carrying what looked like prisoners, and they had on their face what all of us would recognize as face huggers. This freaked the 2 of you out, but Vuvu did not seem too surprised, And after being pulled aside for a private conversation with Broderick, where he turned off his camera and his comms, she had revealed a little bit that she has seen this before, and that the UA, according to her, are developing bioweapons trying to use this alien life form. And she claims that the UPP are trying to develop their own program of bioweapons in case the UA is successful in their experiments. So she very much kind of told you the story that the only reason we're doing it is because you guys are, and we don't want to be caught fighting bioweapons without our own. Whether or not you believe her, that's up to you, but you feel she's telling the truth in some way, shape, or form regarding this. She's revealed and confirmed the name of the UPP project, which you guys learned back in the lab is called the Dark Star program. That's the official name of the bioweapons program. That was alongside Project Marana, which was whatever was going on with the people in the beds with the neurovisors. And then, was there anything else she revealed to you, Sean? Other than you guys kind of exchanged some information so she can get in contact with you?
Project Life Force.
Project Life Force, she basically said is the name of the UA's bioweapons program. Then Schmidt, Gannon, and Ogata went with a couple of her commandos to the sensor array, where Schmidt started trying to repair the comms that you guys can try to get a message up to the Tambatam. Now, Vuvu has said that once her and her squad leaves, if you guys are on good terms, she will let your ship know that you are down here and where you guys are, and to come send another ship to get you guys. Again, whether or not you believe her is up to you at this point, but she doesn't seem to have given you any reason not to believe her. While Schmidt was doing this, some more flatfish showed up. Ogata freaked out again. You killed a bunch more of them. And then him and Gannon went into the computer mainframe, where Mother should be. It's flooded and partially damaged, but he did find the flight recorder. Unfortunately, it was underwater, and he spent several turns trying to get it out. A swarm of these little crab-like critters called mud bugs had swarmed over him, freaking him out again. Basically, yes. And we'll give you guys the image of them one more time, just so you get some more nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
So there was like a couple dozen, maybe 100, 2 trios crawling on him. And then, as he got the flight recorder loose, him and Gannon both noticed a large black alien creature in the corner of the room, and that is where we stopped. So, unfortunately, this is all NPCs that this is happening to right now. But yeah, anything that I missed?
Nope, I think that was it.
Okay.
Scaarr, maybe the shitting of pants that those two are having right now.
Yeah. Oh, you guys did find the med bay. You've put Weaver in the auto dock you found that was still operational. Unfortunately, it didn't really do anything, and it seems that Weaver just needs some proper, like, long-term rest in, like, an actual medical facility. She doesn't appear to have any, like, broken bones or, like, ruptured organs or anything like that, but she is still pretty much unconscious. So, Scaarr, I meant to ask you one question. I think it was a few weeks ago you sent me some stuff privately about a message that O'Connell was going to send to his family. Was that already sent? Okay.
Yeah, it would have been following my disciplinary hearing. Okay.
Do you still have that message? I don't know where I put it in my notes.
Yeah, I do. It's should be in your DMs too.
Okay. That's where I thought it was, but I couldn't find it. I wasn't sure how far back it was. If you can find that and just send it to me again, so that way I can paste it after the mission here.
You got it.
Well, I guess when we get to the next downtime, we'll talk about that rather than in mid-mission. Or I guess because right now you're sitting outside doing nothing with your thoughts, maybe we'll get to that tonight. So if you can find it, we'll see what he sent. So anyway, we're back. It's dark. It's creepy. It's ungodly humid. Most of the ship is flooded in some way, shape, or form, and the sounds of the jungle echo around you guys and throughout the halls of the ship. Now, you all hear the gasps from Ogata, because remember, Ganon does not have comms. But we hear the gasps, we hear the screams. Schmidt, you definitely hear this from down the hall, and you probably hear Ogata's gun go off as he instinctively fires at this thing. And there's several tense seconds where there's just a dead silence. What do you guys do?
I'd go start moving towards where Ogata is if we heard a gunshot.
Yep. I'm
Start
gonna
getting on the comms.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on comms and see what's going on.
All right, Tagar.
Oh God, what the hell's going on over there?
All right, Tagar. What about you? What do you do? I think you're muted again.
Yeah. Guess I'll check in it too.
Okay. So Johnson and Tagar go rushing out the door past Vuvu around the corner. Schmidt, you go running down the hall, and basically when you get to the room, there's the two SOF troopers, the commandos. They're like in the doorway to the mother room. Keep in mind, the mother room's not that big. You guys probably actually can't all fit in there. And you see, in the corner of the room, there's this massive black shape which Ogata has just shot. And he's like, basically he's on the ground, like he tripped on something, he landed on his ass, he's firing from the ground, and he's got that like panicked look on his face. His gun goes click as he empties the clip. Ganon is like frozen in terror, but to your surprise, the creature does not move.
The fuck is that shit?
Eventually you all get in here. You do all gain a point of stress when you see this thing. It is massive, but it is currently either crouched or curled up, like at the side of the room. Ogata is breathing heavily. It looks like he's still kind of in like a state of shock as he's still pulling the trigger, and you guys just hear click, click, click.
Oh God, get your shit together.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that thing? You see, he's hurriedly trying to reload his gun with shaky hands. What do you guys do?
We're all in there now?
Yes.
Okay. I would be like, fuck. If there's creatures like this around, I need to get back to Herschel and Weaver and make sure that they're secure. You guys have this under control?
Yeah, we got this. We need to get O'Connell in here. We need this place fucking secured.
All right,
I'm
so
on my way already.
Tagar, as you're coming,
This is all on comms.
yeah, as you're coming down the hall, Vuvu and her other two troopers that were with you guys are kind of waiting for you at the junction. She sees you come back, and she's like, I was almost going to do a Russian accent again, but again, she's not Russian. She is Asian. She's Vietnamese or Chinese, but she's not Russian. So she says, is everything all right?
I'm going to describe what we saw. There's this creature here. Is our Weaver and Herschel secure? Is the med bay still secure?
She says, yes, your friends are fine. And she, like, moves aside to let you walk past if you want to check yourself.
Okay. I was like, if you want to see what they found. They, as far as I know, it's been neutralized.
She gives
But
you
we need to be.
she gives you a nod, and she says something in Russian, and you see the two troopers that are with her acknowledge her, and she starts walking down the hall towards the mother room, probably past you, Johnson, if you go back that way. It looks like she obviously told the two guys to stay with you guys, so they're kind of posting up guard in the hallway.
Yeah, I bet she's Russian now. You know what I'm saying?
That was good.
Damn it.
That was so like O'Connell. I like that. Yeah, so eventually Schmidt, as you're standing there looking over this thing, Ogata reloads his gun, gets up off the floor, like backs way far away towards the door to get as far away from this thing as he can. Gannon is like just frozen in place and starts to finally seem to get his shit together. And then the SOF soldiers are like probably hanging out in this room, just making sure nothing like comes up behind you guys. And eventually Vuvu like appears in the doorway behind you.
You got any idea what the fuck this is, Vuvu?
She shines her light over there with the gun. She says, "That is what your government has been working on."
The hell it is? I haven't seen that shit.
Of course you haven't. She says that is what comes out of the things on the cryo sleepers.
What's on the cryo sleepers?
We informed you that there was like fleshy things on their face, like mask things.
I was gonna say I thought you guys had told
Okay.
them. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you don't, I mean, you've been given a description, but obviously you don't know specifically, but she's explained that they implant something in the host. So she's like, yeah, this is what grows out of that.
At this point, I'm just gonna tell Ogata to go relax in the hallway away from this thing and get Gannon the fuck out of here.
Okay, yeah, he like grabs Gannon, like, and they both kind of shakily like leave the room.
I'm gonna approach the creature
Schmidt.
with my knife out.
Okay, Schmidt, give me an observation test at... This is optional, you don't have to do this. At -2. Oh no.
Keeping it together.
Okay, you panic. Okay. Wow, 1 dice and you panic, go figure. But you did pass. Well done. You notice that Gannon's look of shock seems to be one more of, I would say, awe rather than surprise. Like, as Ogata's dragging him out of the room, he's looking at this thing, and there's something in his body language where, especially because he's right next to Ogata, Ogata looks scared and shocked, right? And afraid. Gannon looks more like amazed or interested. And then, you know, you enter the room to go look at this thing, and Vuvu is, we'll say she's standing in the doorway.
Can I tell if it's living or if it's alive?
It looks very much dead. So what you actually see is a creature that you're guessing, if it was standing at full height, would probably be anywhere between about 7 to 9 feet tall. It is completely black from head to toe, and it looks to you like a big bug, but it also has things that look like mechanical bits to it. Like, there's what looks like piping running through like its arms, almost like veins. It's got this big, elongated, like tube-shaped head. There are no eyes on its face, no nose. It just has a mouth, which is currently hanging open, and the teeth of this mouth shine. And when you take a closer look, they are like metal colored. They're not black like the rest of the creature. It's bipedal, 2 legs, 2 arms. The arms, the fingers are like this, where you can see there's 2 fingers, but they're like merged together. And it actually has a total of 6 fingers on its hand. It's also got like a pinky, or another one coming off like that. So it's got a thumb, 2 sets of digits, and then like what you would call the pinky on there. It's got this long tail that looks like it's probably a good 2 meters long, and it ends in this wicked sharp barb. And it's got these 4 tube-like pipes coming off of its back. And I mean, it reeks, but it looks like it's been here for a while.
Oh, Vuvu, I think it's safe to say this thing is well beyond living, so that's a bonus.
Perhaps it's from this cryopod we found outside.
That would make sense. Although I'm curious why it's dead in here, not roaming around out there.
That I am not sure of. She's kind of taking a look at it. You don't see, like, other than the damage that Ogata just did to it, you don't really see... It doesn't look like anything else really hurt this thing. Like, it's not, like, blown up. It doesn't have bullet holes. It doesn't have stab marks or scorch marks or anything like that. At least as far as you can tell.
Well, what do you want to do with this thing? You want to we just leave it in here, or do you guys have a plan for that?
I would be willing to leave this behind and destroy it with the rest of the ship.
Okay, I agree with that. With that in mind, I'm just gonna go continue to work on the comms then.
Very well. So, Vuvu will return with you guys. Johnson and Tagar, you get back to the med bay. Everything is fine. Herschel asks what's going on. You fill him in. What do the 2 of you do?
I am going to check the room to see if there's any other, like, points of entry. Like, is there any, like, weird air vents?
There is. These dotted lines are air vents. So wherever they meet a wall, you can assume that is where there is an entrance. The dots represent a zone. So for example, if you are in any of these dots here, this is one zone. If you wanted to move past this dot, this big dot, and get to like these right here, this is another zone.
Okay. Did we also hear that the creature is possibly from the outside pod?
Yes, I would assume so.
Okay, so now we can put together that the 3 living specimens could possibly have creatures like that inside.
I think most definitely, after what Vuvu has told you.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna talk to Johnson. Like, what we need to do something about those living specimens.
Yeah, I don't think we can let
If those possibly have something inside, we need to make sure they don't wake up.
Yeah. Well, there's a life support bay just down the hall. I mean, other than that, you can't let whatever's inside them go. Right?
We don't know if they're able to be woken up while in the cryopod, because they're not like frozen, right?
Well,
They're just sleeping.
in cryo. I don't know.
No,
a
cryopod is basically you're cryogenically frozen, basically.
Okay, so they are.
Yes.
Frozen.
Sleeper's just another term because you're in cryo sleep or hyper sleep.
Okay.
It's all interchangeable terminology. So just for clarity, the 3 that you see, their pods are still fully functional, and they are still in cryosleep.
Okay.
And you guys would know that it is common, well, maybe not common, but it's common enough knowledge that if someone has a really horrible injury or a disease, if you put them in cryosleep, it in theory will keep them alive until you can get them proper treatment. You know, and
Okay.
people now, they will be alive for well over human lifespan because they spend so much time in cryosleep. So, like, for guys like you who are in the military, you're constantly moving around, or if you're on a starship, like a commercial ship like the Nostromo crew, your family keeps growing up on Earth or wherever they live while you don't age as fast because you spend so much time in cryosleep, right? Even if it's just you spend a week in cryosleep, you essentially don't age for a week, but your loved ones did. So
Okay. So in theory, as long as the power holds,
yes.
they're held
Yes.
there. Okay.
Yes. And you guys would know basic knowledge that typically each cryopod has its own little backup source of power in case something like this happens where the main ship is fucked up or the main whatever it's in. And so
Okay.
obviously most of those failed, but these 3 are still going.
If we only have that one barrel left, right? If we're going to put it anywhere, I think probably in there and blow all the pods up.
Yeah. We need to make sure the ship doesn't wake up.
Yeah, and there's no way for it to destroy.
Sergeant, how's the communications coming?
It's going to take him a little while longer, but he will eventually get it. If I recall, you passed both of your tests. It's just time.
It's just time consuming, couple
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the ship we need to look for, find?
I'm hoping Gannon at this point has downloaded the information off of the.
Ogata has
So-
retrieved the flight recorder.
Okay.
He did get it loose. So we'll assume either you brought it out or you tell him to get it and he brings it out. So he has the flight recorder at this point.
Okay, because it doesn't look like anything else on our side of the ship has anything specifically worthwhile.
I mean, we could just do a sweep, make sure there's nothing else on board.
Definitely want to get a sweep in after seeing that shit.
Okay.
All right. Well, while you guys are discussing that, and obviously you can see Vuvu is giving some orders to her guys as they're all standing watch. We'll go back outside to O'Connell. So, before this happens, O'Connell's been out here for a while now, waiting, as you guys have started to search the ship and kind of decide what to do. So, O'Connell, you said he's had a lot of time to think to himself. So why don't we go back to that letter that you were telling us about? So right after your preliminary hearing, or whatever you want to call it, with Casados after the last mission, you told me that O'Connell was going to send a message back home to his wife. So why don't you tell us about that, and if you want, if you just want to read what it says, go from there. This music sounds way too like Warhammer D&D. Where's the other jungle music? Here we go. Oh, wrong one. There we go. All right, as you were.
Okay. I'm going to read my very personal letter out loud. None of you know this, okay?
But the audience,
spicy.
the audience sees it in our
Are you sure you're not
flashback.
reading it out loud over comms. Just to your...
Describing
So
the
I'm
dick pic you
passing the
sent.
time right now. All right, the letter starts with, "Hey, Cupcake. Hope Compton isn't giving you a hard time like he normally does. It's hard to believe I left when they were just babies. Things haven't been so great lately on my side, though. My side of things. But knowing you and the twins are safe at home makes things a little easier. Our mission lately have begun to change. Things seem like they're escalating. and I'm starting to feel my age, I think. Can't sleep. I've lost 8 pounds already. Started smoking again. I know. The things I've seen, though, the things I've done, I don't know what the right thing to do is anymore. When things started, doing what was right and doing my duty aligned together, it was easy to follow orders. After my first court-martial, I feel like there's some kind of dark cloud hanging over the Corps. Like some kind of pod people flick is happening, and I'm the only one who notices. What I'm being ordered to do is becoming less and less the right thing to do. Almost got bumped down a rank again, I think, yesterday. There's something I knew was right, but I couldn't go through. I just tried to think of what would make you all proud. No matter what happens to me, I want the kids growing up knowing I did the right thing in the end. Hugs and kisses.
So, O'Connell's been thinking this letter over and over in his head, wondering what the hell's going on in this ship, and maybe what's going on overall in the Corps. And then you hear the freak out with Ogata. It seems the situation is under control, but are you going to join the squad?
So I start heading in, and then apparently the first thing I see is it looks like maybe some space operating force, UPP space operating forces. So he hides in the power station, I guess. Crossroads in the ship there.
All right. Question. Do you have your light on? And are you trying to be stealthy when you enter the ship, or do you come rushing in?
Yeah, I mean, he'd be rushing in until he realized things were under control.
All right.
And so, like, yes and no, halfway through, and then he'd probably notice that there are other people cooperating in there and turn it out and hide.
Okay, I'm going to make a roll for the 2 UPP soldiers that were left, behind when this all went down, and see if they noticed you. Because obviously their attention was distracted with what was going on, but you rushing in and with a light on, they might notice. Okay. One of them does notice something. You hear him, well, you maybe hear him say something to one of them, and you see that one of them is making his way down the hall in your direction. And then you get the light out and try to find a place to hide. So, what do you do?
Yeah, I will, I mean, I'm gonna hide. Is there anywhere to hide in the power station, or would the best option be to leave?
No, there's places to hide in here for sure. So, give me a mobility test.
Oh, fuck.
Wow. That's a great roll. 2 failures, or 2 face huggers, and 0 successes on 8 dice. Wow.
Like one of my best skills.
10 dice. 10 dice, actually. Wow. Okay. Give me an observation roll, please. Okay. So, you do hear this guy sloshing in the water in your direction. He's obviously not being... I mean, he's moving slowly, but he's not really being stealthy, per se. And I gotta make another roll here. Okay. So you find a place to hide, and there is... you can hear this guy coming down the hall. He says something over his comms, but it's in Russian, so you don't understand what it is. But then, as you're sitting there, you feel something strike out at you from under the water.
God.
So, what I need is, well, It's unopposed because they got a sneak attack on you here. Okay. This attack has done 2 damage. Please, I'm sorry, 3 damage. Please roll your armor.
No whammy.
Do you have any fortune points you'd like to use? Or fortune points?
Story points.
Story points.
What about a dog?
I have. Yeah, I have one. Yeah, I'll get 1 success.
All right.
Burn that.
You
Take 2
feel
damage.
something sharp ram into your thigh, right? You're like crouched down, right? Something hits you in the thigh just below the hip. Sharp. And then you feel something over your mouth and you get pulled back under the water.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
You're gonna pass your hide check.
God, soldier goes there like nothing's there. Like, oh, well,
Just a couple air
hearing
bubbles.
things.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right. So, this is all happening really fast. You can't tell quite what has grabbed you, but you are being pulled under the water, and you're being pulled in such a way the water feels way deeper than it was when you were walking through here. What do you do? You have an action. You are currently grappled by something.
It's pulling me from like my leg or like from behind me.
It's behind you. It's got a hand over your mouth, and then you feel something. Something stabbed you, and you feel something get pulled out of your leg.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna try. Can I blank fire my rifle behind my head?
Oops, sorry. I don't think so because you are grappled. Let me check. I think when you're grappled, the only thing you can do is make a grapple check to try to break free. I think.
Well, then that's what I'm gonna do then.
But let me check the rule book just in case, because even though they make it simple in Alien, I don't recall it off the top of my head.
You
So
just
let's
have to
check.
run up a wall that's nearby and flip behind the person and grapple them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Obviously.
There you go.
If you
It's
get
the
enough
easy-
stunts, you can do it. Just
Yeah,
do a
oh,
sick
my God.
kickflip and you'll be fine. Okay, so
You're John Wick, I believe in you.
if you grapple your opponent as a stunt, both you and your opponent fall to the ground. The opponent drops any weapon they were holding and cannot move. So you've dropped your gun.
Okay.
The only action they can perform is to attempt to break free, which is a slow action that succeeds if they win an opposed close combat roll. While you are grappling, the only action you can perform apart from releasing your opponent is a grapple attack. This works as a normal unarmed attack, but is a fast action and cannot be blocked. Oh, that's for what they can do. Okay. So yeah, all you can do is
I'll
try
break
to
the
break
grapple.
free. All right. Opposed CC, please.
I'll push that. It's a pretty stressful situation.
Yikes.
Fine game.
Oh
I don't-
my
Yikes.
God.
Wow. Another panic, another dropped item. Okay, well, your gun drops from the initial grapple. What else are you carrying? I think you still have a pretty full inventory for me to plunder here, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
The only Sean with plentiful items now.
What do we got? Motion tracker, cutting torch, knife. That appears to be it, really. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna roll a D3 here, top to bottom. Okay, so that would be a 2. So the cutting torch is knocked off your belt, plunks into the water, and Johnson and Tagar, you can tell there's some activity going on here. You can hear the comms of Vovu and the SOF soldier next to you, and she motions, and the two of them go moving down the hallway rather quickly. The other guy makes it into the room. He obviously sees something is going on, but he can't quite tell what it is. And now you can hear some shouting over their comms, and you can see Vuvu and the SOF guy are running down the hall in that direction.
I guess I'll go with.
So O'Connell, from like under the water, you can see silhouettes of someone in the room. If you manage to break the surface for a split second, you know, as we as the camera see the SOF soldier looking down in your direction, he's got his gun pointed, but he doesn't want to necessarily shoot you, and he's not really sure what the fuck's going on. But it seems other people are here.
I'm gonna yell at Johnson, go check out what's going on. I'll keep the rear.
All right. Next round, O'Connell. Let's do initiative here because this might matter. Add yourself to the initiative track, please. And I'll put Vuvu and the SOF on here just in case.
Have you looked up what the drowning rules are, Chris? Is that something you prepped for this?
Not yet. But that's a good point. Probably. Let's just see how long he has before we have to worry about that. Just in case. Drowning. You need to make a stamina roll every round. So this round you would have to make one. The roll is not an action and made during your turn before you perform actions. If you fail, you suffer a point of damage. If you are broken while drowning, you must make a death roll each turn, otherwise you die. Nice and simple. Thank you, Free League. Okay. All right. The Johnson, you want to add yourself to the initiative tracker too, since you're running down here?
Sure.
Just in case.
I wonder if I can panic on this roll.
You can't.
Drop another item.
Because you draw a card.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so Johnson, you were in this zone when this started. Okay, remember the zones are denoted by the lines here.
Right.
So it is... Is it just one zone to get in there? I think it's just one zone. Let me just move these tokens out of the way. Yeah, okay. All right. So one zone will say to move from where you are... What the fuck? Tagar. Yeah, I guess just in case. All right. So you get into this area, you push past them. They're kind of blocking your path a little bit, but you can force your way past them if you'd like to. You can see the one SOF soldier's pointing at the ground. You can see someone or something flailing in the water.
Since I was on comms when I heard Schmidt say, O'Connell, we need you in here, can I assume it's O'Connell?
Maybe. I think you might need an observation test to see what's going on, because he has been pulled under the water at this point.
Okay.
And we are kind of looking out for creatures now.
Right.
Yeah. You see that soulless ginger red hair? It's him, all right.
It's a good thing he sent that letter home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I pull him out?
Yeah, you can tell he's being grappled by something. As a matter of fact, you have extra successes here. Unless you want to use them for specific stunts, I'll give you more information.
Yeah.
He is being grappled by another humanoid creature.
Humanoid creature. Cool.
Does not look like an alien, at least not the big alien you just saw in the other room.
Okay. It's our guy. He was outside, he just came in when he heard the gunfire, and I'll try to grab him and help him out.
All right. I would say give me a grapple test. And...
What is a grapple test?
It's just a close combat roll.
Okay.
Opposed against the person that is grappling him.
So cool. Is this what it's like, Scaarr?
Yeah,
all right.
That's how it feels.
Everyone's stress goes up by one. Well, Johnson and O'Connell. Tagar, you don't really see what this is going on here, so you don't have to...
Vovu's not like my ally at this point? Not friendly?
Friendly... I guess we'll give it to her. But the SOF soldiers probably... They're not friendly.
Don't give a shit.
They're cordial. They're cordial. They're not friendly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. You try to grab, and it does not work. As you can see, I rolled 3 dice.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to leave that private, but that's fine. Okay. Not good. Not good at all.
Sorry, O'Connell. I did my best.
He had a good run.
Yeah. Soulless Ginger was used in this exact description, so he's had a good run.
No soulless gingers were harmed in this making of this film. Okay. Vuvu, seeing this happen. Also, both of you end your panic, because those 2 panic results end immediately.
Good.
You see, she draws a knife and leaps in and starts stabbing at whatever is grabbing him.
God damn, so cool.
Brutal. I was coming in to kill her.
I don't think she cares about you that much that she's going to push it. But
Should have kept my mouth shut.
she does. Does this thing have armor? I don't think it does. Okay. You see, she connects, and you feel the grip loosen a little bit on you, Scaarr. It is this thing's turn now, and you feel you are released, and the struggling stops. There's no more pressure. You're not being attacked anymore, and you eventually pop up out of the water, and you see this UPP commandant standing above you, holding a bloody knife. You see Johnson standing there with a look of shock on his face, and the 2 SOF soldiers all with guns pointed in your direction.
You know, Kana's like on all fours, and he vomits up a bunch of water he inhaled and swallowed during the struggle. Tries to catch his breath.
Johnson try to help him to his feet because they did see him last session, right?
No.
When he undid the he had to undo the.
No.
You guys intentionally
I
kept
did
O'Connell
it.
hidden
No.
the whole time.
Yeah, Sergeant
Yeah,
did
this
the
great.
clip.
Yeah, so it gets real awkward real fast as you see
Do I attend to
Vuvu.
you?
Vuvu dips her knife in the water to wash it off and then wipes it off on the leg of her suit. And she puts the knife back and then she kind of crosses her arms. She says, "So, friend of yours?"
A close acquaintance, yeah.
You hear her on comms. "We thought we were done playing games, Sergeant."
Oh, we're done playing games. It's not a bad thing to have someone on lookout in case we get ambushed.
Indeed. And she gives you a real nasty look when she says that, Johnson. You can tell she's not happy.
O'Connell kind of finally catches his breath and starts exasperatingly starts chuckling. Yeah, games. You want to talk about games? This is a pretty old ship. I bet you know what it was for.
She kind of looks at you and then looks to Johnson.
Just
Meaning
try,
what, exactly?
I'm no doctor, but those bodies were pretty old. U-weight capsules. Kind of sounds a little bit like the Dog Wars to me.
Her
Kind of looks like prison uniforms to me.
her expression changes instantly from one of annoyance to another laugh of disbelievement. You Americans just can't put it together, can you? She's like, "I'll tell you anything you want to know about the Dog War. This ship wasn't part of it." And
What do you know about this ship?
She just, at that point, she just walks past and she kind of gives like one of those like shoulder checks to you, Johnson. Not like super hard, but like she's not nice about it either. Like she pushes past you and just you can see she's annoyed and probably like a little disappointed.
Yeah.
And you see she gets over here and she's obviously giving orders to her guys. You're over here with O'Connell.
O'Connell gets to his feet finally.
What the fuck grabbed you?
I don't know. I couldn't see it, but whatever it is, he looks down, looks at his leg. Is like blood coming out of his boot and everything right now. Got me fucking good.
There's like a med station down the hall. Let's go.
All right. He kind of puts his arm around your shoulder.
Yeah, I'll help him. Did you like undo that booby trap at the end, or are we gonna have to run into that?
No, we'll assume he took it down, even though he said he rushed in. But
Great.
No, I took it down last game actually.
Yeah, but you put it back up outside.
I put an untriggered one on the outside for me to shoot, so it doesn't have the sensor on.
You want to talk about triggered? I'm fucking triggered right now.
Hey, you should have listened, you know.
Shots fired! So the commandos all turn, all three of them, and they open fire, and you die.
I push O'Connell in front of me and hold him as a shield.
Yep.
Wonderful.
All right.
Okay.
All that hard work.
So you get
ruined.
when you take him into the med bay. Okay, the two of you can move over there. You go past Vuvu and the two SOF soldiers, and you can see she still gives you a disapproving look, Sean. It's like when a parent is disappointed in you, like that you lied or you broke a promise. That's what it feels like. It feels like your mom is like, I'm not proud of you right now, son.
No win scenarios here.
O'Connell does not conceal his look of utter contempt towards them as he passes by them.
Oh, I'm sure she returns it in some way.
Okay, reel it in, champ. She did save your life, technically. Well, Weaver's in the auto dock.
Yeah, it's just they probably left her in there just because it's a bed that's not in the water. Like you guys been dragging her around on Tagar's shield. So Herschel comes over to check on you, O'Connell. I mean, he doesn't have medical aid, but obviously
you got like med kits.
I mean, he'll do it if nobody else does.
Oh, could I have since it's shallow water, could I have picked up my items too back there?
Actually, we have to roll for something.
Ooh.
You dropped your gun and your cutting torch, right?
Yeah.
Roll me two... Well, I guess you can't just do stress dice, but in essence, I would say 2 stress dice. If either of them are a 1, you're not going to find it.
So just 2d6?
Yeah. First one will be for the gun, second one will be for the cutting torch.
Okay. No ones, 2
Okay.
4s. Cool.
Yes, you do find them.
Yeah. I mean, I did stash for the mother's knowledge, I stashed the rocket launcher outside as well.
Okay.
I left that behind.
Okay, that's fine. Broderick, you would remember when you were in that area, you fell down that open hatch. So the roll was to see if they fell down that hatch or not.
Oh.
So.
Could have been bad.
Yeah.
If we lock like the med bay door, is this a place that we think we can get some like rest and recuperate?
Potentially. Yeah, there's only the one entrance and the one vent.
Right, okay.
And it's not as flooded, because remember, more of the water is on this side of the ship for the most part, the southern side of the map.
Right.
I mean, there's still water everywhere, but it's not that bad in the med bay.
Yeah. I'll comms Sarge, be like, hey, Sarge, O'Connell got attacked by someone or something in the water.
Just another day, you know.
Vuvu now knows about him, and as you heard, is not particularly happy, but that means there's someone else or something else still on the ship. The med bay seems kind of defensible if we want to, hold up here for a little bit, lick our wounds.
Yeah, go ahead and hold up there. Make sure he's okay. Get him taken care of, and we'll continue to work on these comms over here.
You want to send Ogata and Cannon here? Or Gannon?
Go ahead and send Gannon in there. Make sure he gets the information off the flight recorder.
Are we sure we want to give that to that guy?
Yeah, Sergeant, what are we gonna do about the UPP now that they know I'm here?
Oh. Gotta watch my words because I know she's on comms with me as well, right?
It's not so much that. It's probably that you're standing in a room with 3 of these guys.
Oh,
I mean, you guys have access.
I say it like it's a rhetorical question, you know, like
You guys have access to comms with her, but it's not like
Okay.
it's open comms with her. You would have to select that as a channel, you know.
Gotcha.
So, or
Okay,
we
yeah,
can assume you guys have a separate channel just for your squad, and you also can do each person individually too, or however. So,
Gotcha. We're gonna have to figure that out because depending how she's gonna react to this when I speak to her next, I don't know if it's gonna go pretty.
good luck, Sarge. I put a fair amount of work into building this friendship, so please don't fuck it up.
friendship.
We don't want whatever's in there. Oh, did you not see the alien? Oh, okay. This alien monster thing.
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. It's probably better if you don't see it. Actually.
yeah, at this point, Gannon would join you guys, and he's like, yeah, the alien in the other room that Ogata and I found.
You shut the fuck up. I didn't ask you.
Whoa, hold on. I actually don't really care. He's wailing Jutani, so continue.
Did you give him the flight recorder, Adam, so he can try to access it?
Well, I imagine Ogata probably gave it to him.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you tell him to, obviously Ogata will do
Yeah.
that. So, okay. Then when he gets in there, you guys see he puts the flight recorder up on this desk or like table, and he takes out his PDAT and he starts messing around, obviously trying to access it or download whatever's on there. He's probably a little salty and like sulking in the corner by himself.
Understandable.
Also, to your guys' enjoyment, you realize he's missing a boot.
Gannon, where'd your other boot go?
I don't want to talk about it.
It's like 3,000 credits.
It was
You can't just
5,000.
Let that go.
Well, it was
A
5,000
single
can-
for
boot,
repair.
5,000?
No,
We
it's
can
not-
go take a shoe off one of the dead bodies in there if you need one.
Wait.
I'll walk. It'll be fine.
Lance Corporal. Wait. Weaver, Hoyshel,
Wait,
John.
who,
Okay.
who are you?
Who all is
Who are you
all
talking
is
to?
with Schmidt right now?
You didn't get stung
Ogata.
by one of those.
Just
bugs,
Ogata
did you?
and 3 SOF soldiers. That's all.
Yeah.
He'll be
He's asking Tagar. Who all is with Schmidt? Is he just with Ogata?
He volunteered to go with Ogata and Gannon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was me or Johnson by ourselves with Vuvu.
Well, how many
We had to-
UPPs
we had to split up.
with them?
There's 3 with each of us.
I don't like these numbers.
I mean, we're outnumbered any way you look at it.
Yeah.
Are you, though? You got Gannon?
Oh,
You got Herschel? You got Weaver?
Okay, Herschel and Weaver. Weaver can't do anything. I don't think Herschel can shoot a Russian.
Not with that attitude. She can't. You just gotta believe.
Well, we saw her action in the bar, so
If only she was conscious.
If only.
If only. Yeah.
So while
So-
Gannon is doing his thing, can I kind of like look over his shoulder and just kind of see what he's doing?
Sure.
You know,
what were you gonna say?
Or O'Connell could maybe, banter and talk some shit or, joke around.
Yeah. Are we chilling for a turn?
That seemed to be Sean's plan, unless that has changed.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my.
Then I'll
suggestion.
definitely use banter.
All right. Well,
and it will be
midway
in the
through
form
your
of
terrible
jokes.
joke, a black form bursts out. No, I'm kidding. You guys, What is?
Every time I use banter, you have to deal with my jokes, okay?
Do it. Lay it on me.
All right, I got it's a short one, so I'll give you a fastball immediately following it. But so, all right, so a guy gets home after a long day of work to his wife. He comes in, and his wife, she's dressed all sexy, you know, she's wearing lingerie, and she's got like a rope in her other hand, right? And she says to her husband, "All right, honey, let's go. Tie me up and do whatever you want." So her husband ties her up and goes plays golf. All right, here's the fastball. Okay? Let me think. Fuck. I don't know how I feel about circles, all right? I think they're pointless.
Fucking got him.
That's a knee slapper right there.
Herschel actually laughs at the golf joke, and then he says, "O'Connell, I believe I have one you may enjoy."
I'm just gonna turn slowly and look at her.
Yeah, we all kind of do a take like slowly.
He says, he like almost stands up straight, like he's like presenting, you know. He goes, "I walked into my room, and a book fell on my head. I have only my shelf to blame."
That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
That's solid. Yeah, that would pass the bar.
And he gives you a very almost proud, accomplished smile. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Weaver does not seem to enjoy the short jokes, but I find them quite funny. Okay.
Is that because she's short?
What?
It was just a joke.
She doesn't enjoy the short jokes. Is it because she's short?
That doesn't make any sense. She's not short.
Well, yeah, okay. Fucking got him.
It's a one health
I
per turn.
like O'Connell's jokes better, and he turns back to O'Connell. So you get 1 health per turn, and you guys will reduce 2 stress because he's bantering.
And I'll
Even
use
though
my-
I'm not in the room, do I hear this over comms?
Yes, but you're not resting. You're actively working, and you have...
Ah!
I wouldn't say you're in a safe place, because you're standing there with a panicking Ogata and 3 SOF soldiers who you think, Commander, you may have just pissed off.
Oh, that's fair.
O'Gannon loses 2 stress, though.
I'm gonna use
Yay,
my
Gannon.
signature item.
What's that, Tagar?
I'm gonna use my signature item too while
Okay.
they're kind of
Johnson, you can certainly look over his shoulder. If you want to remain undetected doing that, I'll let you choose either mobility to make sure he doesn't notice, or an observation to try to see what he's doing, you know, like from a distance sort of thing.
I guess we'll do observation.
Nice.
Sweet.
Panic.
So cool.
Yeah. So you fail
Yep.
because you can't tell what he's doing, and that makes you a little nervous.
Sweet.
You know, all you see is, like, as he's booting up the PDAT, you see the WY logo, and you're like, oh no.
Never something good comes from that.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, about 15 minutes goes by. Tell some jokes. What do you do next?
I guess we said we were gonna sweep the rest of the ship.
Right.
Do we keep anybody behind to guard Gannon, Herschel, and Weaver?
Ogata?
Ogata's with
You're gonna
Schmidt.
take my only other person away from me?
I was gonna
Oh,
say, I think
oh,
maybe I
Are
should meet
you
up
not
with Schmidt.
done yet?
It's an hour.
Okay.
Basically, you guys
okay.
basically so there's no confusion. This doesn't drag out if it doesn't have to. You basically have 2 choices. You guys can wait until he's done doing the repairs, which is going to take a few hours, or you guys can do stuff during that time. It's up to you.
We
Johnson,
need to
how's
get
your
eyes
leg
on the
feeling?
other. Oh, it's I could walk. It's feeling a lot better now. And I think maybe we should get some eyes on the other UPP group that split off.
Do we know where they went?
You don't. Last you saw, they were standing in the hallway. If you look out the hallway, they're not there.
Okay. Alright, someone needs to stay back with Ganon. Make sure he finishes loading the data. The rest of us can finish the sweep, check the cryopods, make sure they're still intact and operational.
Ganon says, I can stay in here with Herschel.
Right, but we would need one of us to stay with you guys.
And if you're attacked by a creature like was in the computer mainframe, are you going to be able to defend them?
Well, I'm sure your android can take care of that, no?
Herschel?
I would certainly attempt to defend Mr. Ganon. That is my prerogative.
Well, hopefully Weaver first, you know.
Okay, so
Prerogative, and then he's like a hard secondary.
low third, right?
Okay, it goes
Weaver, then yourself.
Data, then Ganon.
No, it's Weaver, then protect Herschel,
We
and then
can take the data without Ganon.
I just
O'Connell.
imagine just having the conversation with Ganon just with a straight face looking at it.
He's got his Pete Ed. He's looking at you guys all pissed. Get this data.
O'Connell, do you want to go protect Schmidt, protect Weaver and Herschel, or go with Tagar on the sweep?
I'll stay in the room with Ogata, or with Ogata, with Ganon and Herschel. That'll be fine. Yeah, I can do that.
I said O'Connell.
Well, I'm volunteering
You
to do
said
that
Ogata.
anyway.
Oh, did I say Ogata? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be right there.
Wait,
Well, how'd
okay.
you go through the wall like that?
I found a vent, and I'm really fast and small and lithe, so it all worked out.
Fast as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a preference as long as I just figure we should even the odds with Schmidt and them, and yeah, as long as I stay close to one of these UPP scumbags, I'm good with it.
Well, look, since Ogata's he's an NPC, let's just say he's going to stay in the med bay with them, so you guys can do what you want to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So what do you want to do?
Let's check on the med bays, make sure everything looks intact,
You're in the
and
med
then
bay.
the cryopods. Check the cryopods, make sure.
You've checked that already last session.
He wants to continue.
Yes,
checking
I
if
want
people are-
Now that people are missing,
Oh,
and
okay.
that we are now worried about creatures coming out of the sleepers,
Yes.
I want to continually double check, make sure that they're operating,
Yes. So
and then do a
you
finish
go
the sweep of the ship.
you go in there, and you see that Vuvu and the other two soldiers are in there. Vuvu is kind of standing by the door, and the other two have moved this cryopod like out of the row. So it's not in the row anymore. It's like off to the side. It looks like they're gonna go move another one, or try to.
Does moving the cryopods?
It's fine. The power's still going. It's still totally active.
Okay.
But, you know, everything's a big jumble, so they're basically having to play like a big game of Tetris here.
Oh, okay.
So they did that one first because it was right at the front, but the other one, they're trying to figure out how to get it out.
Okay. I'm gonna say, we just wanted to double check, make sure everything in here was looking operational, and there was no concerns with the living specimens.
She gives you a hard look before she says anything, and then she says, as long as the I almost did the UPP accent again. As long as the cryopods are functional, you do not have to worry about the embryos.
And the last remaining 3 are functional.
The others... And you've already... Like, you guys spent time in here, you specifically, Tagar. Because remember, you were in here while he was having his conversation, so you and the 2 SOF soldiers checked everything.
Yeah.
There was 19 pods. The 20th one is outside. Only 3 of them are still active and alive. The other ones are all dead. And none of them had any exploded chests like the one outside. But you did find the remains of facehuggers in or around the pods of the other 16.
Yeah.
So...
Do these pods look mobile in any way?
I'm just verifying that there is no changes.
No,
and
there's no changes. And yes, they can be disconnected and moved about. Because sometimes you have a situation like this where it might not be suitable to take them out of cryo in this condition. So that's what they're trying to do. But because of the way everything's damaged right now, they're going to have a hard time getting these 2 out right now. So that's what they're trying to figure out.
Why are they moving them?
Do you ask her?
Yes. Why are we moving the subjects?
I told you. My orders are to bring something back to command.
And you're bringing these back?
This is what my mission was. I told you you can have the flight recorder. I'm willing to let you have that.
You think we're gonna let you take potential UA soldiers? POWs?
She shakes her head again. These are not POWs.
Then what are they?
Do these look like military prison uniforms? Wouldn't you know they're your own people?
I don't know what rags you fucking people put us in.
She looks at you, Tagar, like she can't believe she's having this discussion. You've been able to tell these are not POWs. They look like regular prison uniforms.
Are you taking all 3 of them? Or are you taking one as a sample?
I would prefer to take all 3. And I might just have to, seeing as your sergeant can't be honest with me, as I have been with you and your soldiers. Not to mention I just saved your life. And she looks at you, O'Connell.
Doesn't change a damn thing.
Look.
Would you rather I leave you to drown?
Look, we are on opposite sides of this war. And we're all trying to survive here. Are you saying that you have no contingencies outside of your men here?
Why should I tell you that? How can I trust you?
I am not asking you to reveal your contingencies. I am just saying that we need to make sure that we survive. And
that is my objective as well. I can't complete the mission if I don't survive. So yes.
Exactly.
I wish to survive
Same with
as
us.
well.
So yes, we had O'Connell as a contingency, and he is here now. Our operation is still to get off this planet.
And I might still be willing to keep my word and tell your people up in orbit that you're down here.
Thank you.
And then she clicks, unless your sergeant has anything else he wants to reveal to me. And before he can answer, you hear it click off.
God damn, Sarge, she's really not happy with you.
She's spicy. I like her.
These UPP people ain't that bad.
No, Scaarr loves her. Oh yeah, Scaarr was digging this. O'Connell.
She gets pissed off at Schmidt like everybody else does. She's great.
O'Connell's just spitting venom.
I love it. I love it.
Look, we're gonna do a sweep of the rest of the ship. Do what you need to do. For now,
we'll be
let's play along.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then as you go to leave, she says, Lance Corporal, do not think me for a fool for extending the olive branch. How does the saying go? Fool me once, shame on me. And then she just lets the other half of that just linger in the air.
Understood.
she shouts something to the others, and yeah, they're going to keep working in here. So why don't we take our break right about our halfway point, and then you guys can continue the sweep of the ship, and I can get some Dr. Pepper. Yes. Goodbye.
Anything to drink. I bet you guys wish I was still hiding now.
Yes, really do.
We're reaching into the stash tonight, guys. We got 4 of these left, the coconut Dr. Peppers.
Oh,
So
no.
I still have a few left, yeah. I've been saving them. Oh, listen to that. Oh, what's that? You want me to drink you?
Couldn't hear that. Just your very uncomfortable speaking to your can.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I'm gonna grab something real quick.
You do that.
Eric brings another can of Dr. Pepper.
I am actually.
Yes! Yes!
So I had some of my Marine buddies over for Labor Day, and they brought like beer and Dr. Pepper and stuff. But I've been like trying to finish it all because I don't normally drink it. Able to get through the beer, but now I'm like slowly working my way through the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I don't drink colas or anything like that, but Chris is making a good case. I mean, God,
Can
they
always,
need to be paying you.
can always send them my way. Yeah, I mean, if there's one sponsorship that would well and truly come from the bottom of my heart, it would be this fucking shit. Oh my god.
I literally played a character called Dr. Pepper.
We did, man. Oh my god, Dr. Pepper, he was great.
And then his grot sidekick.
Mr. Pimp!
Pimp!
Yeah, it's Mr. Pimp to you.
Oh, I forgot about Mr. Pimp.
Mr. Pimp the orderly. Oh god.
Yeah, fucking amazing.
We have to do a season 2 of that at some point. God, that shit was funny.
Peppa, Mr. Pimp. Oh,
Yeah. Pain Boy Peppa, MD. 23 flavors of pain.
yeah, that's great. Oh, what a fun character.
God, that campaign was fucking hilarious, dude. Such good shit.
Rock solid.
It really was.
Who knew, too?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's... Where's the fucking orc supplement book for that game, right? They're missing out on pure gold.
Right.
You just need to send them our like, here, listen to this
Yeah,
and fix it.
yeah.
Right. Take everything that we did and just expand on that. We did 90% of the work for you guys.
Yeah, not to mention the community's already made a bunch of orc classes, right? Like, just get it done, dude. Like,
People like playing orcs. It's just fun.
I mean, at least they came out with the Eldar source book, so they finally have, like, expanded rules for all the Eldari races, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, they do?
Yeah, that came out recently. They added a new, basically a monster manual called Xenos Threat Assessment, so it has more enemies to fight. And I believe they came out with a Marine source book as well, so they delved more into different chapters and stuff, which, you know,
Can you be
obviously
like
that's gonna
aspect
happen.
warriors and stuff?
What's that?
Can you be aspect warriors and stuff?
I believe
Or is it
so,
just
yeah.
kind of generic? Oh, really?
No, I think they added stuff for all 3. So there's Eldar, Dark Eldar, and Corsairs.
Oh, nice.
Not the elusive Wood Eldar, though, unfortunately. With their ships made of wood.
Somehow escaping atmosphere.
Hey, man, trees need oxygen to live. And
Yeah,
there's no
but
oxygen in space. So how does that work?
Couldn't tell you.
What is the Exodite Eldar? Is that what they're called? Is that what they call them?
There's
Was it ride
Exodites.
dinosaurs?
There's Exodites, yeah. But Dave and I talk about the one true Eldar, the Wood Eldar. That's old school, man. Anyway, we're back. We got Dr. Pepper. We got Wood Eldar in their ships of wood technology. And we're back. So, what are you guys doing? And by that I mean Tagar and O'Connell and Broderick, wherever he went, Johnson.
Before I leave the medbay, can I grab one of those pills from Ogata in case things get bad?
Sure. How many does he have left?
I think he had 2 more left after I
Yeah,
took
I
one.
think 2.
It says 3 on his character sheet, but I think you're right because I think he had 6 to start with. Well, it's 2 now. Well, now it's 1 because he gave you 1. So.
Yep. Fantastic. And then I'll go
Has
Dark
anybody
Schmidt.
else taken a second dose other than Schmidt at this point?
I don't think so, not yet.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing my job then, so...
Oh, don't do that.
10 aliens show up.
1 point of stress for each.
Yep, these there because they're all different aliens. They're all slight variants of the other. Okay.
That'd be great.
I guess
Yeah,
in
no,
theory, O'Connell, you should have taken a point of stress when you got attacked because you were surprised attack, and you actually should have taken a second point of stress because you did take damage. And first time you take damage in a combat, you do take a point of stress. So that would have been 2. Anyway, you were saying, O'Connell?
Oh yeah, I mean, O'Connell's visibly amped up right now, like clenching his fists. That's not holding his rifle. All right, we're gonna make rounds around the ship, I guess.
All
We'll
right.
see.
Are you going with him, Johnson? Are you
No,
staying with Schmidt?
I'm gonna go with Schmidt because I'm assuming Tagar is gonna go with.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
Tagar and O'Connell,
Yeah.
where do you guys go?
And I'm gonna radio Sergeant Schmidt and be like, Sergeant, you better not piss her off if you want to get off this rock.
I'm well aware of that. No guarantees.
Well, you better have a backup plan then, because
That's what I'm
you
working on.
are not her favorite person right now.
Trust me, I'm working on the backup plan right now.
Okay, I mean you could
Let,
just go.
let me
pop
know
that,
what
right?
you need from us. We're gonna sweep the ship.
Okay.
Got it.
Where
So,
to?
remind me, maybe I missed this. Maybe O'Connell was on comms, but did we confirm that we could not communicate using this ship to?
That's what he's currently working on. Once he gets
Okay.
this up and running, you guys should be able to communicate with your ship.
Okay, so now that we're out of the vicinity, Tagar, so help me understand why we are not taking them prisoner right now. I'm very perplexed as to the situation and why we are cooperating with enemies.
Because we are following Sergeant Smith's orders to work with them, and we are currently outnumbered. Unless we found a way to get off this rock and trap them in the ship, pick them off one by one without suspicion. We need a plan, and we have not had the ability to come up with one as a squad.
Well, every second we don't come up with a plan is the second they have to make one of their own, you know?
Yeah. And right now, we don't know what else is on this ship. So, that whatever's on the ship could be picking us off if we don't make sure that we're on our game. So we gotta watch our back from them and whatever else is here.
Are you two on private comms with each other or with the squad?
We're next to each other.
You're just talking.
So you're not using comms with the rest of the squad at all?
No, because I think we're kind of well, I'm not, because we're kind of
'Cause I think I'm just right
talking
now
shit,
filling.
but-
I think I'm filling O'Connell in on like what's going on with the squad, since he's been outside, because we weren't. I don't think we were radioing everything to him.
I just want to know in case the NPCs have anything to interject here. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it's a A and B conversation.
Okay. So see yourself out of here? I know that one. I love your jokes, O'Connell. Please tell me more. Okay. Where do you guys go? To the guard room? Because that's the first room?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you open it up, and inside, it's a small military office. There are weapon racks over here on the back room. Or the back wall. They are currently all empty, and there's not any little bit of ammunition left. It looks like this place was well and clearly raided at some point. There are, 3 prison cells on the right-hand side of the room. All of them are empty, but the doors on them are currently closed, and if you try them, they are locked.
E-cards, anything in the desk?
You do actually find a key card in the desk.
Can I tell what it's for? Like, is it for the prison cells?
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Interesting.
At least we found a place we could hold them if we need to.
Maybe. We'd have to find a way to get them in there. That still doesn't help us get off planet. They could have a ship nearby, but I'm not naive enough to think it's unguarded.
Hopefully we can communicate back up out in Atmo and get ourselves out of here.
Yeah, that's going to take some time, according to Schmidt.
Really? Did you say how long?
Hour or so.
Fuck me.
You would have heard that over comms. He said it's going to be a couple hours. Just so there's no confusion, it's going to take him a shift to get it working. So 5 to 10 hours.
Holy shit. Okay.
Anything down the hallway here?
No, you see that it eventually it ends because the way the ship is tilted, it goes underwater.
Okay, so there's just water on this end?
This is water right here, or like
Okay.
this part of the ship is underwater.
Then I will not get too close to it.
You sure? There's a little ripple in the water. You don't want to go check it out?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
I check with my face.
Yeah, just-
I dipped my toe in.
You now have 9 toes.
Damn.
Okay.
One of the bugs got you.
Yep. You make your way down the hall. Around the corner, you get to the muster station, which I thought said mother station back at the beginning.
I thought it said mustard.
Mustard station. So inside, this is an area where they can get prepped. And you see on the left-hand wall, there are these basically glass lockers. And that's where they have compression suits. And you see the CCC-5 compression suit, which is what they are currently wearing. I don't have a picture on the item yet, but I gotta find wherever I put this art. But it's the UPP version of a compression suit. It's the UPP equivalent of the Mark 35, which is the Marine Corps version of a compression suit. So it's more heavily armored than a regular compression suit, but it still does protect you from the vacuum of space.
Okay.
Their versions are not as bulky as your guys, so they're a little more maneuverable, but because of the way the helmet works, they don't have as great of a field of vision. And as soon as I find the image, I'll share it with you, just so you guys... You might recognize this one, O'Connell, or Scaarr, I should say. What do we, mission? Okay. This artwork.
Okay.
So you can see with the way the helmet is, like an old school diver helmet, kind of. Like you can only see out the front. But it's not as bulky, so they don't get the negatives too. I think it's agility like the Marine ones do. Otherwise,
Okay.
it's a military spacesuit, basically. So you see there
But
is...
not anything we'd potentially be like, oh, we need to grab these.
Not unless you had to get into orbit right now, because you guys don't have your suits with you, because this wasn't like a orbital type mission.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch of those. There's like maybe a dozen of those. All the suits appear to still be there. There's also some firefighting equipment, like a fire extinguisher and a fire axe, and there is some sort of plant growth that has grown over the lockers.
Does it look like local, like what we saw outside?
Yeah, it's not the vines that were trying to grab you guys. It looks like something else that you've seen, but you haven't really interacted with.
Okay.
I'm going to choose to keep that uninteracted.
You don't want to, like, lick it or sniff it? See what happens? Maybe rub it
Judging
on your
from
face?
everything else on this planet, yeah.
You guys are no fun. Okay. All right. Yeah.
And then what's this on the other side? Computer systems?
Yeah, like a little desk with a terminal. Yeah, there's no power to it.
No power. Anything on the desk, in the desk?
No.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna move up towards the sensor decoy before checking the brief room.
Okay. So, in here, what you find, this is a room that holds, basically, they're called sensor decoys. They're used during ship-to-ship combat. These would be launched if the ship was in a ship-to-ship orbital fight, and they're basically used as a decoy to mess up an enemy's sensors when they're trying to target the ship. Similar to how, modern day you use chaff grenades and stuff like that.
Okay. Is there any use for them outside of that? Like, can they explode?
I mean, they're heavy as fuck. Each of these is like, it says 50 kilograms. So...
Well, I mean, like, so if we were to put the explosive in here, would this, like, create a bigger explosion?
I mean, I would assume to some degree, yes.
Okay.
We'll go with sure.
Okay.
Wouldn't... I see a big fuel tank on this ship.
The better place to do that would probably be the magazine.
The magazine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is like, basically, imagine, for lack of a better term, these are like ship-sized stun grenades, basically, right? So sure, if you detonate them...
center ship, too.
Yeah. The magazine has actual... Assuming it's there, it has explosives and stuff, obviously, so...
Okay.
While Tagar is checking that out, I'm going to use my motion detection device before opening the briefing room.
Give me a
Just
power roll.
for funsies. Because I want to use it before I drop it. Ooh, that hurts.
Alright, 2 power goes down. And no, there is no movement.
I'll open that door.
So you open the room, and it looks like part of the ceiling has like collapsed, and there's just part of the mud bank has basically sunk into this room, and you can't even tell what this room is. There's so much mud and detritus and collapsed parts of the wall and the ceiling. You can't even tell that it was a briefing room at one point.
Okay, so everything's pretty much ruined and damaged in here.
Yeah, you can't even, like, you can see there was another room over here, but there's so much stuff, like, that you can't even see the room, really.
No compartments or desks or anything either?
No.
Okay.
You see anything, O'Connell?
Yeah, it looks pretty destroyed in here from the crash, I imagine.
Alright, I'm gonna radio back to Sergeant Schmidt. Hey, Sergeant. Rest of the ship looks clear. You know, we found some prison cells we have access to now in the guard room. But other than that, everything looks quiet.
Roger that. The only thing is, I know we haven't checked up in to the left of the sensor communications bay. Do you guys want to check that out?
Where?
Like
here.
mess hall, the beds. We haven't checked any of this.
Whole top section.
Sure. You're the Sarge.
So while you guys are doing
Alright.
this, you can hear a loud clanging noise, and it sounds like something mechanical moving, coming from down the halls, back the way, probably back towards the center of the ship.
I'm gonna
Hey,
radio
O'Connell,
back.
you hear that?
Yeah.
It sounds like what's the best way to describe it? Like hydraulics.
Hey, Ogata,
Sarge,
you got anything
Alright.
going on down there?
Nope.
Maybe it's the pods. Saj, you know the taken pods, right?
They're taking pods.
The taken pods. She's saying maybe all 3.
Now you guys can hear like, boom, boom,
Oh. Okay.
like slamming.
Power lifter.
Sergeant, she said that you gave the go-ahead for the specimens while we got the flight data.
Don't put words in my mouth. I never said that.
What did you say?
I thought we gave them permission to get information. I didn't know about taking specimens.
What she specifically said was she agreed to let you guys have the flight recorder and she would take the pods. She didn't say that's what Schmidt said. She said that's what...
Oh, okay.
That's what she's giving.
But didn't she told that to us when she came on the ship?
I think she
though,
said
right?
it multiple times at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's talked about it a few times.
So it's not like Sergeant Schmidt knows this.
Yes, it is public. It is public knowledge. It is on the
Okay.
public record. Yes, it has been.
Okay.
It was new to O'Connell.
It is in the minutes. I don't think it would have been new to you, O'Connell. I assume they probably would have. I assume they've kept you filled in. You know, they didn't just leave you outside for like an hour with no radio contact whatsoever.
I mean, I'm over here was thinking about that letter, man. Thinking about my
Yeah.
hot smoking wife back home.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
listening to a damn thing I say, clearly. So that's fine.
Never. God, if I could avoid it, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
When you guys come back down the hallway, you eventually do see they have one of the power loaders walking towards the cryo bay.
Did we know there was a power loader on the ship?
You guys never went into the cargo bays before Ogata got trigger happy with the bugs. You guys can see it's the UPP knockoff of the traditional yellow power loader we see in Aliens.
We have like a sickle and a hammer stamped on it.
I believe it's actually orange, like a caution orange. Let me see.
Surprisingly safe.
For Russia.
Right.
You'll definitely see it coming, that's for sure. What is this cargo bay? Is that what we're looking for? Yeah.
Starboard cargo deck.
Cargo deck, okay. Orange BYK power loaders. UPP knockoffs of the P5000 power loader. And yes, you see one of the SOF soldiers stomping in there, and they come around the corner, and then they go back into the room. And you can hear them working in there.
Hey, I'm gonna fill in Sergeant Schmidt. Like, Sergeant, they're using power loaders to move those pods.
Yeah, once they get here, you could probably hear well enough that you would be able to tell it's some sort of, like a forklift or a power loader or something, so...
Do you have to be a power loader certified to use one of those?
Oh, yeah. In America.
But we need to check their license, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
In UPP, power loader drive you.
We are OSHA. We are here to check license.
God, could you imagine what the UPP version of OSHA is like?
Ooh.
That is
Basically
against
commissars
safety regulation. Click, click.
Yeah, it's commissars from 40K.
You didn't wash your hands, comrade. I'm sorry.
That was quarter turn. You needed 90 degrees.
Well, I mean, we just let them do their thing right now because I don't think we got the manpower to take down a power loader if one of them's in it.
You don't want to fight a power loader in hand-to-hand combat?
Well, Sarge, maybe you can come to an agreement and we get one of the pods and she gets the other two, right? That
Why
way
do we
all
want
complete our missions.
What?
I'm
Not
we
talking
don't
over
want the
house.
UPP to have
right next to
potential
us.
bioweapon technology to begin with.
I don't want anyone to have bioweapons. I think we should destroy all of these fucking pods.
So, it is worth pointing out, if you guys recall at the very beginning of the campaign, when General Vaughn gave her address to you guys. She said, get me evidence that shows the UPP is dealing in bioweapons. And she said, if you see something that doesn't look right, you bring it to my attention. I'll just put that out there. You guys all are free to have your character's personal feelings on the thing, but that more or less was a order from, the highest person you guys have ever dealt with. I mean, she's second in command of the entire Marine Corps. So, take that for what you will.
So would us just bringing actual video evidence of them taking bioweapons suffice?
I think based on some of the things that have happened with some of the characters and some of the interactions you've had with some other people, that in one way, shape, or form, you guys would probably think that this sort of stuff, if you guys could get your hands on it, Command would want.
Yeah.
Part of the problem is all we got on camera right now is them taking pods. There's no evidence of bioweapons outside of humans in pods.
Oh, there's plenty of evidence. Remember, everything you guys have done, other than when Broderick, has been recorded. So unless you guys don't turn that in or you destroy those recordings and then come up with an excuse, you guys have the fucking face huggers. You guys have the dead alien in the other room.
We've seen a queen.
Does that prove bioweapon though? Alien creatures grabbing people?
At this point, based on everything you guys have seen and talked about and done and encountered, the aliens seem to be the bioweapons in some way, shape, or form.
It would correlate with the Dark Star project information we already provided them, right?
I mean, you guys didn't really read any of that information, but based on everything you've seen, I mean, you've been at a base that supposedly was running Dark Star program. Vuvu and the other base commander, Volkov, to some degree, both, like, with what they mentioned, and especially with what Vuvu's told you so far, these aliens seem to be part of that in some way.
Okay.
And you've also now been told about something called Project Life Force.
Yeah, Saj, we need a plan here. Like, we can't let them leave with this. Everything we've seen, like, I'm convinced, like, there was some question whether or not they're even doing the border bombings, but it's pretty clear to me that they were. I mean, we gotta do something.
I'm gonna go on my little PDAT. I could send the crew a private message on there, right? Unspoken.
They don't have PDATs. I think you're the one that does.
Sarge, why don't you go talk to them and I'll take over for your wrenching over here, yeah?
Wrenching.
Hey, let's
He's not trained in this.
The wrench.
I got this wrench here and I'm gonna turn this.
Why don't we muster in the med bay where everybody else is?
Why don't you muster in the muster room?
That
I don't
sounds
trust
on the nose.
Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like the briefing room's pretty nice.
And I want to check on Gannon and see how he is doing with the download.
He closed the door on me.
He's still in the corner now. He's got his back to the corner. He's sitting on this countertop and he's just clicking away. He looks kind of bored.
I'm gonna ask him, hey, what's your status?
I'm downloading the data. Probably be done by the time the sergeant is finished. Shouldn't take that long.
Is everything there? Were you able to access everything?
I think so. I mean, these things are built, to last, and he kind of knocks on the flight recorder. So, I mean, the transponder's dead. But actually, no. I take that back. The transponder's not dead because he was tracking the transponder. Never mind. They probably last longer than 6 months in the alien universe, so one would hope. He's like, yeah, everything seems undamaged so far. I mean, I haven't listened to any of it yet, but it's downloading.
Is there anything else on this ship worth finding? Any other data, mainframes, computers?
Well, I didn't check the mainframe. Sergeant told me to check this.
Would there be any data there? Anything else that we need to
There,
collect?
there could be, but unless you get the power running, I doubt you're gonna get anything off of it.
I'm gonna ask Sergeant Schmidt if he's got a ETA for the rest of the repairs.
Well, at this point,
about
Johnson
halfway
has
done.
taken over. Yeah, Johnson's taken over, and I'm in the room with you guys.
Okay, so you guys switched, Johnson. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you get in there, Johnson. Super awkward with the 3 UPP soldiers.
I'll turn to them and like, that fucking Schmidt guy, right? Ugh.
2 of them kind of look at each other. I mean, they've got their helmets on, so you can't even see their faces.
Couldn't tell.
But the other one, he actually turns to you, and you can hear, like, you know, his voice comm crackles. So he still has his helmet on, but you can hear him. And he says, I don't understand why you Americans need to play these games.
Hey Johnson, your comm's still on.
Yeah, well, I didn't turn my comms off. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm not in command, but I don't know how long he'll be in command either, actually.
He, you can tell his body language is maybe appraising you from under the helmet. And he says, I've never met an American who spoke before shooting.
Really? Okay. There's a lot of us that are like that, but, you know, I mostly just drive trucks, so I don't shoot much. Now, don't take that to mean I'm a bad shot. I'm actually quite good.
He actually laughs at that a little bit. He says, I drive tractor back home. This is not first job.
Yeah, well,
And he kind of, like, motions with the gun.
right. You and me both. It's a shit life.
It is, it could be worse, I suppose. I do get meals a day, and the roof overhead, and Commandant Vuvu, one of the good ones.
Yeah, she seems like it.
She is. Haven't met many UPP commanders either that are quite like her.
What are most of them like?
About what your stories in America they tell. Mostly true.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Iron Fist. What do they call it? Chenkov's gun? That sort of thing. You can tell that is not the term that you would use. But
I'll just nod like, yeah, sure, yeah.
You think you get what he's trying to say, but he's using the totally wrong term for that.
To be honest, I thought it was mostly propaganda, but that's surprising you would say that, yeah.
Though
They won't get upset at you for saying that out loud?
No. If they heard me, yes. But
Huh.
as I said, Vuvu is one of the good ones.
Yeah.
And so is this group.
Well, you guys didn't shoot me immediately, so I appreciate that.
You put hands up and put gun down. No need to shoot you.
Oh, yeah. Only the rest of our people would act like that.
I don't think that will ever happen, comrade.
No. Well, I don't think so either.
So, you fix the ship? And he kind of motions to this massive device.
I'm trying. I work on smaller, vehicles, not a massive ship, so do what I can, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
I can give hand if you want.
Sure. See a reason to say no.
All right, yeah, he starts assisting you, pointing out a few things. He is, he probably can point out a few things or at least translates stuff for you because it's all in other languages that you don't read.
Right.
So, he points out like, oh, this is, control panel or terminal or whatever. So you learn a couple words in another language.
Nice.
This particular one would be Russian, this particular ship, so.
Right.
Meanwhile, back in the briefing room, more like the fucking War Crimes Council over here. So, Sarge, how are we going to murder these people behind their back after they agree to work with us? How are we going to do that?
You can tell which way the GM wants to go.
No, I was already thinking. That's why I was trying to.
It's just been plotting. It's been plotting the whole time since you guys got here.
You guys are like fucking Saruman and Wormtongue over
dude,
here.
It really is Grima, man. There's a lot of Grima going on right now.
So this is what I think right now, boys. We're gonna go out. Ogata's gonna stay in here, barricade the door, make sure these guys are safe in here, and we're gonna go up there. And I'm on comms with just the squad, so that way Johnson hears all this. I'm gonna place the claymore that I have in front of the door to the hypersleep bay, and then we're gonna go up to the comms and ambush the 3 that are up there, so we got numbers on them.
All right. I like
How
where
you
this
guys
is
feel
going.
about that? And then, I don't know if you took out the. Did you leave the claymore still outside?
It's not active, but yeah.
Okay. That's kind of my go-to plan. Barricade the rest of the guys in here, and then we'll take care of the 3 up top.
Yeah, I got it on the outside of the exit, on the out of the hole on the ship. I got my the UPP rocket launcher sitting close by, up on a vantage point. Fire that bad boy right at that claymore, should be enough damage firepower to take out the whole exit.
Got that. Any objections to the plan?
If we blow the exit, do we have a way off this ship?
Well, we're not going to blow it
It's
until
bigger
we're
than
out.
us. Yeah, I think this is bigger than us at this point. Either we're getting off or nobody's getting off, you know what I mean?
Nope, roger that. Like you guys said, we can't let these guys take these guys off.
You saw what they were doing to people at that lab, Tagar.
Oh, I saw.
You saw what they did on Ariarchus. Who knows what they're gonna do with these pods?
So do I see anyone in the hallway right now?
No, you can hear they're clanging around in the cryo bay. Obviously trying to move the pods out of the way to get to the other 2 in the back.
Okay, so I'm going to set up the claymore right here.
Okay.
And then make my way up towards Johnson.
And Ogata barricading the door.
Yep.
Nonchalantly surround.
All right, hold on. I'm sending a message here to one of you.
So it's obviously not Scaarr. Unless he left to go type on his phone.
Yeah, he's got it underneath the table. He's been typing with his feet.
My fucking earbud.
He's been typing with his feet the whole time.
Yeah, oh my god.
I need to use the bathroom really quick, so discuss amongst yourselves what you're gonna do.
Like hearing you guys plan, he would kind of like try tapping his mic, like in like a not obvious way, just like.
Morse code. You're like,
Well, I think we determined last session Morse code is not a thing we know anymore.
True. It's true.
I asked
nervous,
specifically
nervous
for this.
twitch.
Yeah, like. It's like,
Don't get me killed. Don't get me killed.
Well, the plan is just to follow my lead, and when I open fire, I hope you guys are opening fire as well.
I'm back. I can hear now.
Okay.
And yes, I'm ready.
Like, we already have a good rapport with these people who are just grunts like us.
He's a traitor. We're gonna have to take him out too.
Damn. All right, war criminal. Sheesh.
Hey, you're the one who went out and made out in the hallway while we were doing all the work.
All the work? You were literally looking at things that you can't read.
And what were you doing out in the hallway?
Oh, that's great.
Trying to negotiate the survival of our squad.
Oh yeah. How were you negotiating, on your knees?
Oh.
Damn.
No, not quite. But I mean, maybe depends on how she likes it. I don't know.
Sounds kind of fun.
Right. Like I'm not opposed to this.
So, before you guys continue the conversation, so you put one of the claymores here.
Yep.
Okay. And then you said Ogata barricaded the door?
Correct.
Okay. I will need a mobility test to do this stealthily. Because you're right outside the door, and, there is water and stuff you're splashing around in. So I will give them a negative on their test because there's a lot of noise coming from inside with the power loader. But please give me a mobility test, Sergeant.
God.
Do you want to push?
No.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta roll for the other guys too. Okay. You think you have successfully done this without drawing any attention. So, what do you guys do after you set the bomb? After you set us up the bomb?
We go up to the 3 in the communications bay.
Okay. All right. All right. So while they're on their way back, Broderick, the one guy who's been talking to you, he says something to the other two. You guess he's probably on his comms. You can hear him like under his helmet saying something in Russian, and you hear. Obviously, they like kind of all acknowledge, and then you see them like shaking their heads, and you see that he looks at you, the one that's been talking to you, and he says, I hope you and your friends stay safe." And you see that they start moving down the hall this way, like SWAT team formation, very quickly. So, you guys reach the room. When you do, Broderick is in here alone, and the SOF soldiers are nowhere to be seen.
Oh, shit. Where the hell did they go, Broderick?
Yeah, they went down the hall. But they didn't pass you, did they?
Clearly not.
Okay, there's one other hallway they could have gone down.
Oh, well, there's the dead corpse in there and also the mainframe, so...
Yes, they could have gone into a single room with no exit to the mainframe. They didn't go that way.
I mean, Johnson watched them walk down the hallway. We know which. Can you point
They
which hallway
went
they
that
went?
way. Yeah, they went.
No,
that
he was
way.
looking down and working. I didn't see where they went.
O'Connell doesn't hesitate when he hears that they have left and begins trying to follow.
Okay. Are you running? Sneaking? Walking?
No, I'm running. Trying to catch up.
Okay. Give me an observation test, please.
I swear to God, Chris.
Hey, there's lots of noise. There's echoing. You guys are all kind of arguing.
You might drop something.
Yeah,
I get snatched and brought to a hive.
No, this was to here, where you can tell. Yeah, it sounds like they're coming from. There's noise coming from down the corridor to your left, and you don't see anybody up ahead with your lights. So
Okay. God, not through the power station again.
yeah, so you can
Actually,
Yep,
I would. Do I have an idea of the layout of the ship?
Yeah.
at this
we got
point,
the
you
map
guys
from
you
the-
guys got the map from his pups. Yes.
Yeah, then I'm gonna try to head him off and keep going down the hall because I know I can cut him off over here if I go fast enough.
Okay. Give me a mobility test.
I'm gonna yell at Johnson to join us. Let's get going.
What's the fucking plan here, Sarge? Ooh.
Wait, are we stopping the repairs?
Dude, I'm fucking.
All right. So O'Connell, you basically you can move your full 2 zones, so you can get here if you'd like to that zone going around.
All right, I'm gonna bank one of those two.
Okay.
Sergeant, are we stopping repairs?
For now, yes.
Okay. So O'Connell, when you get to this corner, they you can tell that they're probably in the central hallway here. So we'll say you get to here, right, before you turn the corner. You can tell that they're making their way through this hall.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not attempting to hide. I'm gonna go out in the open.
Okay. What you see is let me reveal. You see 3 of them moving in your direction quickly, and you can see more shapes behind them, probably going through the power station right now.
To the power. Okay.
And you can hear the clanking of the power loader, and you can see its silhouette. It's probably in the back because it probably moves a little bit slower than the regular guys.
I'm gonna go out and show myself. And I'm gonna say, hold on, wait. There's something chasing you.
The guy in front. Well, when he sees you at first, he's like surprised and he points his gun. When he sees it's you, he like motions like this for you to move, and he shouts, "Out of the way!" And they keep moving in your direction. And they don't open fire or anything, but they're moving in your direction.
They're not buying it, Sarge. I need. What do you want me to do?
But how far can the rest of us get?
Okay, let's
We have a mobility test, right?
let's go into initiative at this point. Just because I think we might need this here. And
Wise assumption.
let's get some more interesting
God damn
music
it!
here.
What is that fucking initiative roll?
You guys are
Not
pretty
been
good at
my
this
night.
game.
9 and 10. Oh.
So, just so I'm clear, Sergeant's order is to...
I don't think there's been any orders yet, so we're gonna let's get our initiative here first.
The initial order was to kill them in the maintenance bay, but now that they're not there, it's a different ball game.
Where is... There it is. Let's do this one. Okay. Oh, UPP not great with an 8. They're right in the middle. Okay. So, after O'Connell took off, what did Schmidt and Tagar do?
I am taking off after O'Connell, right behind him.
Okay. Tagar, what about you?
So I was sticking with Johnson so that we had buddy
Okay.
buddy teams.
Okay, so then that's just
So,
fine. So
and
Schmidt,
that's why I asked if we're continuing repairs, and he said no. So now I'm wondering what our orders are.
okay, so Schmidt, this is one zone, this long ass hallway. Okay.
Yep.
So you are in this zone right now. So we're gonna leave you guys where you are because that's fine. Okay. So Tagar, you are first. You obviously you guys can speak. If you speak like a sentence, you can do that during a turn, something fast. So you say, "What are we doing?" or "What's the order?" Do you say anything, Schmidt?
I'm with Johnson. What are our orders?
Cut him off in the midsection.
All right. What do you do, Tagar?
I run down, I guess, to here.
Yep. That's one action. That's fast action. You turn the corner. You can see Vuvu, one of the SOF, and then the guy in the power loader behind them. They are moving, towards the west side of the map, obviously towards the exit. They're not like full out sprinting, but they are moving like tactically and quickly.
Okay. So this is as far as I can go. So I ran, so I can do a fast action.
You can do a fast or slow action. You've already used one fast action.
Or a slow action. I'm going to set my shield.
Okay. No problem. You do that. Schmidt, you're next.
I am going to move up closer. And have my, I'm gonna take out one of my grenades and just have it ready.
Okay. UPP are up next. They continue to move. O'Connell, they attempt to just push past you. What do you do?
No, I'm gonna say stop one more time as a free action, and if they don't, then things are gonna start getting ugly.
All right.
I'm not gonna move.
The first guy is going to attempt a close combat to just push you out of the way. So give me an opposed close combat, please.
I'm not great at that. I'm gonna push that too.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. What's your total?
3 successes.
It is a tie. So basically it means you guys... I don't think so. I think you have to beat the opponent in order to win, I believe is how it's... I believe how it's done. Let's see. Rolls. Let's see. Rolling dice. Opposed rolls. Here we go. To win an opposed roll, you have to be successful and roll more than your adversary. Only the attacker can push the roll. So you actually couldn't push your roll, Scaarr.
Oh.
In which case, he had 2 successes on his primary roll. Because he also attempted to push.
Don't forget to reduce your stress, Scaarr.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay. So, they push past you. Oh, these fucking tokens are linked.
Wouldn't they have to... Wait, isn't it like when they also have to do mobility to get away from me without getting an attack? Because they're basically turning their back on me then.
He's using his success to basically do the push stunt and push you into another zone. So by the rules.
Okay.
So they push you. So the first guy does that as his action, and then he moves into the zone, right? The other 2 are able to just keep moving. So they get here, and then they're in the airlock, basically. And then the others, they move 2 zones. So they start stomping past you guys as well. As they do, you hear Vuvu over the comms. She says, "Best of luck." God damn it, I did it again. Fucking accents. She says, "Best of luck, Sergeant. We left samples for you if you wish to take them." And Johnson, it is your turn.
Okay, so I was working on the sensor thing.
Yes.
Would I have to undo like my harness and stuff to do that, or is that something I can do with the harness still attached?
You'd probably have to take it off. There's no way you could like work with that thing, because you'd be dragging the gun around behind you.
Yeah. Let me check my actual fucking equipment.
I mean, we'll assume the harness is in the room with you, like up on a table or something, so it's not just sitting in the water.
Okay. I still have an incinerator, so I will just run.
We'll assume you can see
down.
Tagar in the hallway, from where you were.
I'll run down and then past.
Okay. No problem.
The claymore is facing in towards the door, right?
It's on the wall here.
Oh. Did you guys say where you were placing the claymore?
I didn't specify exactly where. I just said it was.
Well,
The door.
your token was sitting here, so
Yeah.
you didn't put it in here because they would have saw
Yeah.
you standing in the doorway.
Yeah.
So we'll assume it's like right on the corner of the wall here.
Okay, cool.
So as Johnson runs
I don't-
past it, he says, "Detonate the claymore."
Yeah. He doesn't detonate it, right? It's not automatic. I don't just get shit on.
I assumed it was remote detonation.
Motion.
Let's go with that.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
if you guys
motion.
It's a laser sensor.
if you guys just put a claymore on the door or on the wall, they would have to press it to detonate it because it's a claymore.
I don't get hit by a claymore, right?
No, you don't.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Unless
That's
you
what I'm asking,
I mean,
okay.
unless you want to press it and detonate it.
No, I'm not. So I moved 1 and 2 zones.
Okay. You are fine then.
Yeah, and my flamethrower does not shoot out 3 zones length. So
Okay, O'Connell. What do you do? They're currently like running past you guys.
The only thing to do. I'm gonna shoot him in the back.
Okay.
I'm gonna engage with the enemy like a big boy does.
Okay.
No, I will do one more verbal warning. Stop or I'll shoot. Okay. Gun raised at them.
Give me a manipulation roll. My dice not working out? What's going on?
damn, what's it like to panic and not drop items?
What's that like?
Well,
I've dropped 2 items tonight, thank you.
I have dropped fucking
So-
all of my items.
You do that, and the one that's at the back is the one that pushed you out of the way. He points his gun, and he says, "Leave us alone, we're leaving."
No way!
And you can tell he's scared. He's nervous. But you fail to intimidate him, basically, or is it to tell him to stand down?
And that consumes a slow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Tagar, your turn.
Sergeant, do you want me to check the sample they left behind, or engage?
Check the sample.
All right. What do you do?
You hear a verbal protest from Ogata. Sarge!
What?
So that's
I don't know.
it's one
I'll
zone
get a
and
few seconds to say something.
yeah,
so
2
that's
zones to get there, basically.
Okay.
You do see that the cryopod that they had moved here is not there. But you can't see into the rest of the room right now.
Okay. Can I see? But I can see a claymore Anything else?
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing else. Okay. Schmidt. Your turn.
Let's see. I'm gonna use menacing to force, intimidate, Vovo
Okay.
to get her ass back here.
I mean, you can't even see Vovo, because remember, this guy is in the power loader suit, so he takes up, like, the whole hallway.
Okay.
There's this guy here that O'Connell is in a standoff with right now.
All right, we'll do that then. We'll do it with the guy in front of us.
Okay, you finally get to use your talent. All right. What does it do again?
Let's see.
I think it's you can use strength when you manipulate.
I can use strength for manipulation. To make them do what I want. If I succeed, your opponent cannot demand anything in return, but they can still attack if, instead of giving in.
Okay. So, give me a manipulation roll, but switch your empathy for your strength. You'll probably need to do, like, bonus dice. So right-click on manipulation, and then just add whatever the difference is between your strength and empathy.
Okay.
Which is 2.
6. That would be total 6. Oh, no, right? No. 2. Yeah.
Yeah, because your strength is 4, your empathy's 2. And you have no ranks in manipulation. So...
How do you only have one stress, my guy?
It should... No, dude, you have 0 in manipulation. So you would just be rolling your empathy, which is 2. But you're using your strength, which is 4. So you're only doing a total of 4 dice.
Okay.
Unless, hold on, let me try something here. Is this... Okay, I was wondering if it was... Oh, I wish you rolled that, huh? I was testing to see if the talent is working or not, but you have to do it manually. So you would be rolling 4 dice. So re-roll that, please. 4 dice.
Okay.
Or do manipulation and add 2 dice.
Yeah. I accidentally added 4 dice, so those...
That's okay.
That was...
No, I figured that's what you did, yeah. All right, same result.
Same roll.
Same thing, yeah.
All right. This is opposed, so we roll for him.
Can you not roll well tonight for once, Chris, please?
The guy rolled 2 successes against you, Scaarr.
I'm still shocked someone has 1 stress at this point.
Well, remember I took my drugs the second time.
Oh.
Yeah, he did.
I forgot.
One
you
stress,
almost
but not
got
without
addicted.
repercussion.
Right.
Do you,
but you didn't.
Are you going to push, or are you happy with that?
No, I'm pushing.
Hell yeah, brother.
Okay. So he will as well, but he only has 1 success. So he looks very conflicted. He looks at the others who are running, and then you see he puts his hands up. He lets the gun, drop to its strap. But he does move in such a way that he tries to block the hallway. And he puts himself in front of the hallway. Vuvu is up. She probably doesn't notice this. Well, the UPP are up. So they continue to move down the hall. You can barely hear the soldiers because the power loader is so loud as it's clanking. But they slowly disappear out of view as they make their way out of here. And this guy is holding the path. And, yeah. Johnson, your turn.
So Schmidt asked us to check the sample. So I'll go with my battle buddy.
Your battle brother? I am
My
pinned.
battle brother.
Okay, you get inside.
Yeah.
One of the cryopods is gone, which is the one that was here. It looks like this one, they did get moved a little bit. Like they were in the process of getting it past all the others. So this one is easily accessible now. They didn't get to the last one in the back yet.
Okay. Samples are there, Sarge. We're good.
Are they secure?
We're in the room with them.
Define secure.
Anything damaged that would make them inoperable anymore.
Do either of them look damaged in any way?
No?
Yeah, they don't seem damaged. I think we're okay.
And O'Connell.
Kyle's gonna shove this dude out of the fucking way.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
He does try to grapple, basically. He's obviously trying to block your path, so oppose close combat, please.
Push.
What is his tail?
Damn it.
You should have rolled another dice for the stress, though, right?
Press the button, man.
Yeah, it didn't do it. Huh.
Oh, this guy should have had
You're right. Didn't have this trust. Oh
Did
wait,
it,
is it? No, it's because one of his successes was a stress dice.
Oh, good point.
Because you pushed it, right?
Right.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Okay. It is a tie, and he cannot push because he's not the attacker. So you guys are basically struggling because you have to beat him. So you can tell
He's gotta beat me.
You know, it says you have to beat the test. So it says to win an opposed roll, you have to roll successfully and roll more successes than your adversary.
I shoot him.
You both have one. Okay.
I shoot him. He's preventing me from completing
That's your slow action though, is try to, or is it a fast action?
It's a shove is a fast.
Oh, okay. Then okay. Yeah. And you guys, Schmidt, you can tell he's not like trying to do any damage here. He's just basically trying to get in the way, you know. But yes, you can shoot him. Go ahead. It'll be it's
Fuck.
well, it's you have to. It's -3 because you're currently engaged in melee. So you can reroll that and not drop another item. Okay. You all hear a gunshot go off. This guy gets hit. That's armor piercing, right? That weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me roll his armor. All right. What's the damage on that, 2?
2.
All right. He takes 2 points of damage and gets another.
Oh,
point of stress.
I'm an idiot. I'm doing a ranged combat instead of using my gun. That would have been more dice. Whatever. I'll take it.
Oh, you can roll extra dice if you got more dice for the gun.
I don't know how much more the gun would have given.
I think it's 2,
If
right?
you choose the item, it says bonus, and that's the extra dice.
Yeah, if you just click on the.
Is it just the pulse rifle?
No, remember he's got that weird Wayland
It's a
Yutani
2,
one he
so-
found.
Oh.
The
cool.
NSG.
Yeah.
The looter shooter.
There you
Another
go.
success.
Okay, so 3 points of damage. I assume all damage for the extra stunt.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll use the other stunt to knock him. I'm trying to shoot his leg out.
Okay,
Stand
yeah.
down. He screams, "Stand down!"
All right, yeah. So you hit him. He screams in pain and he collapses to the ground. He's no longer actively grabbing you. He's trying to get in your way, but he falls to the ground. You hear him shout something along the lines of double crosser or something like that. And that is the end of the round. So, top of the turn, I would like everybody to give me an observation test, please.
Would I do that since I'm in this fucking...
Yes, all of you, please.
Oh man, I don't want to panic.
Oh, it's fun.
Cool. so cool.
Okay, what is everybody's total successes?
2.
Trying to find.
Ew.
1, but I rolled a 10 freeze.
Okay,
2 is for me as well, but I drop an item.
all right. Is anybody pushing?
No.
Nope.
Okay. So, O'Connell, I think, you shot the guy. You guys have kind of been scuffling. I think it makes sense that your gun is knocked from your hands, considering all this. And then who else failed? Broderick with a, what'd you get, a 10?
A 10, yeah.
Okay, so your stress and all friends within short range, which luckily is only Tagar. So both of your stresses go up by 1. Johnson, you freeze. Not so much because you see or don't see something, but after the gunshot, you hear the guy who shouts double crosser is the guy that you were talking to in the sensor bay.
No.
Whose
He
name
was
you,
helping
whose
you.
name you never got.
Emilio,
Aw.
no.
I don't think Emilio's a Russian name.
Missed connection right there.
Oh, yeah! Quick, get on Craigslist to that misconnection spot. If you were the UPP soldier in the crash ship on O'Bannon's world, I just want you to know, I really would have liked to have been your friend.
Oh.
O'Connell, remember your panic ends because you dropped an item, but your stress did go up if it didn't already do it.
It did it.
Okay. So, keep going. None of you have noticed anything out of the ordinary, except your Russian friend being brutally murdered.
Did I kill him?
No, but you did shoot him.
Oh yeah.
He probably thinks you're trying to murder him.
Don't struggle with someone holding a rifle at your face. Like, hello.
Wait, Schmidt got 2 successes. He doesn't notice anything?
Nope. He does
That's
not.
real bad.
Tagar, you're up. What do you do?
Schmidt, Sergeant, do you need backup?
Can you double check the others are still okay in the med bay?
On it.
All right. Long story short, yes, they are.
Okay.
Except for the big black shape that's coming through the... No, I'm kidding. Schmidt, you're up.
I'm gonna go on comms with Vuvu. You know, you might want to come back. We got one of your boys here.
She says, we all knew the risks being soldiers. He's made his decision, as have you, Sergeant.
Is that the way of UPP now, huh? Just leave men behind like that. He's still kicking.
I would suggest you get your squad out of ship, because it will be bombarded when I get back to ours. It will be destroyed with or without you on it. It is your choice. I've given you what you need. Leave us, or you can die here. I should never have trusted you, American scum.
Can't tell if you're doing a Russian accent still. Like,
My body is like actively trying to do it. It really is. So I need to like take classes to like be able to do other accents. Like that's the only like one I can do. If we have any friends, you know, from Asia, please come on the show and help us. Schmidt, what do you do? Oh, you were talking. Do you do anything else?
I'm gonna.
I'll say that takes a fast action because you're like kind of having a discussion. You're not just like, "Oh, you guys suck." You're actually saying more. So, USA, USA.
Yeah, I'm gonna just blast this guy, finish him off.
Oh shit!
Shit!
Oh
Fuck
my
this guy.
god.
Can I
Okay.
use a fast to do like a mobility check to stop that, or can I intervene in any way? I don't think so, right? Like,
Did you use
my
both your
turn.
actions last turn?
It's a new round. I'm on the bottom.
Then yes, you can sacrifice a fast action to try to intervene. So give me. I think you should both do an opposed close combat roll. And I would do your roll secretly, so you don't see each other's rolls.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm just trying to with my hand like push you're aiming your rifle.
So Adam, if you right above the text log, you can change in the drop down menu. You can change it to private roll.
Let's see. Okay.
Oh man, this is fucking great. Okay. It is a tie. However, well, actually, I shouldn't have said that, but I already gave it away.
Wow.
We'll just go with it. Because I should have given you guys the option to push, but I didn't. So it is a tie. However, O'Connell panics with a 10, and he freezes, so his action fails. So both of your stresses go up. As O'Connell, you instinctively go to push the gun, and at the last second, you're like, I can't interfere with the sergeant. And Sergeant, you realize that he's about to do this, but he stops himself, but it still freaks you out. You can make your attack roll if you'd like. Oh, you can change your stuff back to public now if you'd like.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Also, you can roll 2 extra dice because the guy's prone. He's kind of helpless right now. So if you roll 2 extra dice, go ahead.
I didn't panic, right?
Sorry, what's that, O'Connell?
I didn't panic, right?
No, this one stays. You got freeze. Okay, no extra successes. Do you want to push?
No.
Okay. 2 damage. Armor piercing. Alright. You shoot him. He takes a bunch of damage. He's just about dead. I mean, he's more or less out of the fight, but he's, like, on the ground getting shot. You can hear him, like, gurgling up blood and shouting curses in Russian.
I'm hoping she hears this on comms.
Jesus, dude.
I was trying to be the baddie in this scenario, but you got me beat, Bunnilla. You.
O'Connell's not the bad guy, apparently.
He's fitting into that menacing role really well. Okay, the UPP at this point, they're out of the ship. They're long gone.
You took that fucking talent that allows you to just ace dudes, right?
Yeah, I did.
God.
Oh
damn.
my god, yeah, you took, what was it, Merciless or Killer or something?
Merciless, yeah.
Merciless.
Johnson, your turn.
This
got dark real fast.
Yeah. I guess I will start moving the nearest pod. Is it something you can move without a power loader?
Yeah, basically they're like on wheels,
like
we'll
wheels,
say. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I'll start moving it. This area is like
Oh, you know
some
what?
weird...
I forgot to do one thing here. Okay. Before you're able to act, you feel something strike at you from behind.
Oh, God.
Fuck me.
Oh, don't worry, you're not the only one. You've taken a total of 3 damage. Please roll armor.
3 damage.
Tagar, something has snuck up on you. You take 4 damage. And Schmidt, you take 3 damage as well. How's the armor rolls?
I passed 1.
Okay, so you take...
I saved 2.
2 damage and my stress goes up by 1.
Yep. So
Yeah,
Tagar,
one.
Super cool.
you take 1.
Dude,
And
super
then
cool.
Schmidt...
So you said 4 against me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I take 2.
Yep, and your stress goes up.
Yep.
Schmidt, you take 2. Your stress goes up. You realize now that these humanoid shapes have snuck up on you guys during this fight. and you have been shanked in the back, in the kidneys, in the side of the legs by these guys who've snuck up and done some crazy sneak attacks. O'Connell, you notice at the last second there is a person in like a full swamp-type ghillie suit with a huge-ass knife that has just shanked your sergeant. Now
Who the fuck are these guys?
Now you may act, Roderick.
Okay. I'm just looking at the actions. So, quick, use an item. I'm gonna use that fucking pill. And use my stress to 0. Because someone decided to cause problems.
Is that your second dose?
Within,
A shift?
I believe so, yeah.
It is. That was a rhetorical question, by the way.
Oh, okay. Very cool rhetorical question. I'm glad you asked it.
Thank you, thank you. If you would please be so kind as to make me an addiction roll with my new rules here. Oh, not new. Modified. Expanded, not modified.
Wow, new, modified, and expanded.
It's everything. Please give me a stamina test. Straight up.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, you
Well
are
done.
fine, but just
go
by taking this, you are at -1 agility until the next shift.
I would like to use one of my stunts for you are hardened by the experience and don't need to roll to overcome the exact same challenge in the future.
I would say, like, you could do that, like, during this, but it's not going to make you immune to addiction for the rest of your life.
God damn it, this game is bullshit. Ugh.
I would say the next time this happens, if you have to make an addiction roll, you can just ignore it the first time.
Okay. That's
So, remember that, because I won't.
I will put in my notes, get to ignore the next addiction roll on nap relief.
Yep. Yeah, just on nap relief, too, so
There's on nap
there's
relief,
plenty
yeah.
of other drugs we can get you.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna turn to the guy in the ghillie suit and just light him the fuck up with my fucking incinerator.
All right, it is -3 because you are engaged. You're in close combat. If you try to shoot a weapon in close combat, you're at -3. Because you're trying to aim while he's, like, in your face, basically.
Okay, then can I just disengage and run away from him?
It would be a mobility test to do so. If you pass, you're fine. If you fail, he gets an attack of op.
God damn it. Jesus, this is not a great situation. I dropped all my necessary items to not get fucked.
You didn't drop the pill?
I didn't drop the pill. That's fucking great.
That you never would have found.
Never.
They're incredibly heavy pills, so they sink. And then they dissolve in water, so...
Yeah, if I roll fucking agility, I'm just fighting with like 3 dice. Can I just grapple him and try to just drag him to the ground?
Hell yeah!
Fucking do that, I guess.
Alright.
The close combat?
Close combat. There's a lot of dice flying around. Wow.
I'll push. 2 successes.
He has 3.
Well, guys, it looks like this might be the end of Brock.
So you go to, like, grab him, and he, like, grabs your arm and, like, throws you against the wall. So he will actually do a counterattack and make you take a point of damage when he slams you into the wall, so roll armor. Because he's doing unarmed, he's not stabbing you with the knife. I mean, he could, but I won't make him do that.
Okay, 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, he's... Wow, some kung fu, baby. Alright.
I give, fucking stop! Who the fuck are you?
Do you actually say that?
I say that out loud, yeah.
Okay, so he's like got you like your arm behind your back, you know, he's like smashed you up against the wall. O'Connell, what do you do?
CQC.
Hell yeah.
All right, Metal Gear Solid.
Right. Yeah. So O'Connell, yeah, he'll bust out his pistol,
Okay.
and for flavor, he busts out his knife in his other hand, like
sick,
Solid
like
Snake.
this? Yeah.
Yeah. Like
You,
Solid
do you
Snake.
fucking carve part of the handle off so it's better gripping action?
What?
Snake Eater? Anybody? No?
Yeah.
Thank you.
These are all Metal Gear references here.
That was
alright,
too.
so-
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We're
all high
Clearly
quality.
you don't.
great minds. Great
Yeah,
minds.
Okay.
Anyway, shooting this guy.
I just want to confirm you are shooting the ghillie suit, not the SOF commando that you were trying to brutally murder that's on the ground helpless.
I was trying to incapacitate. All right. Not even incapacitate.
You're sure he's incapacitated at this point.
I was trying to shoot him out of the way.
Okay. Okay.
You know, in Texas, to turn off a light, we just shoot the light switch. So it's
true.
normal.
Just standing your ground. It's fine.
Oh God.
I know how you
anymore,
do
right?
things down there.
Oh my God,
wait, no,
Rip.
you did panic because you had freeze, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's only the turn, right?
You're frozen for stress for 1 round, losing your next slow action.
Right,
You-
which
you-
was
which was
the
this
round that
turn.
would happen.
Because this turn, when he
Oh, we're
went
the
to
same
shoot,
round? Okay.
you gave up your fast to do the interrupt. You panicked, so you can't do anything this round, except watch Schmidt die. But
Bye,
hey,
Schmidt.
you'll probably get a promotion if he dies, so that's cool.
Yeah. So I began doing those two.
You
cool
begin
things.
being cool. Gotcha. Tagar, ghillie suit person fighting you, stabbed you in the back, but once again you have godlike armor rolls.
Exactly, and I'm gonna fuck him up with my knife. See how he
Yes.
likes it.
Is it the Russian's knife you stole from the
It
commando?
is.
Yes.
I'm gonna like dual wield my knives.
Oh, sick. It's fucking Daryl from Walking Dead, bro.
Did I click it?
Yeah, make sure it's equipped and then making it. Wow, it's a lot of dice and not a lot of
Oh.
successes.
I am pushing that.
Do it, man. Oh! He passed!
Still a success?
That is 4 successes. You tremble, so your agility's at -2. You have 4 successes. He already used both his actions this turn, so he can't defend. Oh, it's a new round. He will try to block. I'll make this public now, since you've already pushed. And he can't push. Alright, opposed close combat. What does this talent do? When...
Sorry, Ghost.
Oh. Hold on. 3... Okay, they have a talent that lets them use agility instead of strength when they block in close combat. That's really specific, so he gets 1 extra dice.
Oh, son of a...
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Put him up, boy!
He's
So
cheating.
he blocks 1. What are you doing with all your stunts here? You have 2 stunts.
Why?
Well, I guess-
damage.
Okay, so that'd be 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage. He blocks 1. He takes 4. He is dead. How do you kill him?
After he stabs me in the back, I like backhand my knife and like spin, and like come around across the throat.
Oh, yeah. He's dead, and he drops to the ground.
You guys are so cool.
Dude, you are the fucking coolest, man.
If I could see that, I would applaud you.
You... I guess slow action, or fast action to draw your weapon, slow action to attack, so that's all your actions. Schmidt!
I'm gonna radio Ogata to get his ass out of here.
Okay, he starts unbarricading the door.
Yep, that'll take a turn. And
He's probably lost a little stress, though, so I'll reduce the stress by a little bit.
It's like
Oh, you better,
10 bugs out here. He's gonna panic and shoot someone.
Yeah, he opens the door, sees a bug, immediately closes it, says nope.
Then gonna close combat him.
I'll fight
Guy in front of
UPP and aliens all day, but giant silverfish bugs, I'm out. Can't do it. It's too many legs. Alright. Make your attack. Remember to, if you're using the knife, if you have a melee weapon, be sure you click the weapon.
Yeah.
And it will be a fast action to draw the weapon. So, or is it a slow action? I always forget. No, it's fast action to draw the weapon. Okay, you panic, but you do hit him. He will attempt to block, since he hasn't gone yet. Oh, sorry, I forgot his bonus dice from his
Damn
ability.
it. Yes.
Okay. So you are you doing all damage as well?
All damage.
All right, he takes 3 points of damage. Okay. These guys... Well, there's only one left fighting. He will attempt to break out of combat. He makes a mobility roll here to try to get away. Oh, wait. Hold on. He should have a point of stress because he took damage, so let me roll a stress dice here. Oh, which he failed, and he's going to push. Damn, son. So, you stab him, you get him across the chest, you go for another swing, he ducks underneath you, and he takes off down the corridor and then around the corner. Johnson, this guy puts his knife up to your throat, and he says something, but it's in, I believe it's Chinese. So you don't understand what he says, but you're pretty sure he's, like, telling you to, like, give up, basically.
Did I hear Vuvu say that they were going to bomb us, or no? Would that have only been heard by Schmidt and O'Connell?
I think that's only comms between me and her.
High or low?
Always high, 69, bud.
Nope.
Nope.
It was a private message just to your sergeant.
He creeped in his DMs.
Yep.
Yeah, then he feels like it's not a super pressing matter, so yeah, he'll put his hands up for the second time in like 2 hours.
Yep. So basically what he does, he gets behind you with the knife to your throat, and he starts trying to, like, walk you out, and basically kind of using you as a body hostage here. O'Connell.
Okay. This is...
You're unfrozen now, so you can turn your panic off.
Okay. Yeah. Shit. I will... It's a fast either way, so I will pick up my rifle.
Okay.
And start moving.
Okay. You can get to the corner, and you see this guy is making his way towards this little alcove, which on the map you can see there's a hatch there, but it's under the water. Tagar?
Can I...
You probably see this guy coming out of the hallway with Broderick taken hostage. And he shouts something to you in Chinese.
Can I charge him and stab him?
Yes, but it's going to be a mobility test to get to him before he acts. Because, you know, it's a hostage situation, right?
Yeah.
If he starts to, like, make a move like he's gonna try to shank my throat, and I do something to try to stop him.
Well, let's see what Tagar does first.
Yeah.
Or do I think I can make a shot before, like...
I mean, you're Tagar. You probably think you can do anything. Let's be honest. I think you could make the shot.
I believe in you, Tagar. Fucking take the shot.
Yeah, just walk away. What is this? Bam, headshot. Just that's all you gotta do.
Curb the bullet. Come on.
Or fucking RoboCop ricocheted off the wall. Be like, all right, I won't shoot.
Shoot him and me in the dick. It's okay.
I'm at... Because range combat and mobility is -2 because of my panic, right?
That'll make it even better story when you pull it off.
Oh, yeah.
Think how impressed Weaver and Herschel will be.
Alright, so does it automatically...
I don't think it does.
Okay. So -2?
Yeah. Or just make the roll, and if it...
You could also take the aim action, right?
You could. Okay. You pass, but you do panic. You drop your item. Which is the gun. Also, you're out of ammo, too, because you panicked while shooting. So the gun goes click. So several bullets go whizzing past your head. One of them hits this guy for, what is it, 1 damage? 2 damage?
2 damage.
What gun do you have?
It's
The same one, the
NSG.
NSG.
Oh, shit, I thought you had a pistol. Oh, man, you're not fucking around. Okay. I love it.
Could he take the aim action and get 2 more regular dice?
Yes. Well, no, because he did have to draw his weapons, because he had the knives out, right? So he had to switch weapons.
Yeah, right. He was double fisting knives.
Yeah. And this is a two-handed gun, right?
badass.
So he can, you know...
Yeah.
I'm holding 2 knives in one hand and my rifle in the other. It's on my arm, and I have a grenade and pin in my mouth, just in case.
Right.
Exactly, yeah. And I'm holding my shield. Surfing on my shield down the hallway. Okay, this guy doesn't have any armor, so he takes 2 points of damage. That's awesome. Love it. Okay. Schmidt? What do you do?
I'm gonna finish this. So F guy off.
Oh my god.
God.
All right, you don't have to roll, but how do you do it? Let's get as dark as we can before we call it a night.
I'm gonna grab the back of his head, you know, because it's in the suit. So I'm gonna grab the back of the suit, and with my knife, I'm just gonna jab it into his neck.
Oh my god.
Adam hates his character.
He puts his hands up, feebly trying to stop you, and you just right through the suit. And you can hear him gurgling on his own blood. And he is well and truly dead.
As a sergeant, I assume you're trained in like what is and is not a war crime.
It's war. Who gives a fuck? All right. This guy, you see he runs to the hatch. He clearly dives into the water and disappears out of sight.
Does he try to drag me with him? Or
No, that's this guy up here. This guy up here.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, no. This guy doesn't drag you all the way back. No, he's like, no. This guy is going to... He's going to attempt a close combat attack on you, Sean.
I guess I will try to defend.
You can try to block if you'd like. So many dice. He's pushing.
1 success. I'll push.
This is opposed. You can't push.
Oh,
Remember,
right.
only the attacker can push. So just
Right.
disregard that. He has 1 success. So he hits you for 2 damage. And then he is going to try to break out of combat. He's going to try to use his stunts to do that. But
I had 1 success on my defense as well.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry. My mistake.
My original defense, yeah.
Then you take... Well, you still take 1 point of damage. Right? Are we doing that right?
Doesn't he have to beat me?
Oh, that's right, because it's an opposed... Well, let's just double-check close combat, because you're doing a block. I don't know if it's different. Blocking. For each success you roll, you can either decrease damage by one... Wait. If you remove one... Oh, okay, no. You remove one of the enemy's successes. If they're left with 0, the attack misses. Okay. Or you can counterattack.
No, I'm good. Just
Or you can
remove-
disarm him.
remove the successes. I don't want to die.
Alright, that's fine. Then he's just going to try to break out of combat with a mobility roll, which he's going to make right here. Alright. So he moves basically into the hatch and disappears out of sight.
Okay.
And at that, the combat has come to an end. And with it, this sweet combat music. And with that, so is our session.
Ooh.
So, what a night! Wow. Well, I guess we'll see what happens with the repercussion of your actions when you guys get back to the Tam next week. Because we will only probably have a
we
few
get
more.
back?
I think, yeah. We're pretty much at the end of the mission here, spoilers. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens next week and what goes down after all this crazy chain of events. So, that's all we got for you tonight, listeners, viewers. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next week. And, well, by the time of this recording, you're probably going to hear our one-shot with the gang from Distant Gray Gaming. So we will we'll finish up this mission, and then we'll see what they're up to, and then we'll come back to Cerberus Squad in like a week or two. So thank you all so much. We will see you same time, same place, signing off.